Hello, peoples. Hello, gentlemen.
Greetings.
Greetings. Welcome to episode 10 of the Dirty Controller Boys podcast. We be out
Honestly,
here.
honestly, I forgot that was the name.
That's right, baby. The name. It feels weird that we already have a name, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm in the works with someone on getting an intro. So hopefully, I get the money to pay him.
Oh
That's the main gist of that. But how you guys doing? I know we were talking a little bit earlier, off of behind the scenes. But
BTS, I'm tired. My feet hurt.
yeah,
no! The intro would be Sly Bandicoot
Dude.
wait?
jumping around with a controller.
You say Sly Bandicoot?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Oh, okay. Legally distinct. Do not steal Sly Bandicoot.
Nathan Sly Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, how far is all the pinned messages like recent?
Yeah,
Right?
they should be all recent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh my god.
Are you looking at the
first pinned message I opened up is Jared Lita.
That one is just too funny, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
No, yeah, I just see his face. Oh man. Oh my god. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay. So what have you guys been up to? How's things with you guys?
I've been working a lot. Everything hurts.
Yeah. I think we established that.
I closed for the first time on Sunday and didn't go home until 3 hours after close.
Yeah, that's how that usually works.
So,
Was it you and like the closing crew that time?
Yeah, it was literally just a closing crew and then me, because we were like super short-handed for some reason.
That's never good.
No. And like obviously some people left earlier because they weren't scheduled all night. But yeah, I didn't realize how much work actually goes into the
Work.
overnight.
How much work goes into work? Did you have any free time to play anything, Wesley, besides hurting and working?
Not even.
No, not a true video game fan.
I mean, I've been playing some Destiny here and there, but like I haven't really done much.
You just been replaying shit?
He's been playing trash.
Wow, okay. So League's trash then, gotcha. Because I've been playing that too.
Yeah, League is fucking trash. Get with it, kid. I'm on Fortnite.
You've moved on. You've evolved. Or de-evolved?
No,
Would you say
he's
you
making me mad, so I had to swap back for a little bit to play something else.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, fair.
So really nothing crazy besides work, Wesley?
No, I'm mostly just waiting at this point for my card to come in so I can like start buying games and stuff.
Oh, okay, like a debit card?
Yeah.
Yeah. You also gotta get
Bank
that credit up, baby.
What bank did you go with?
This bank.
No answer. He's like, I will not dox myself with the bank that I've chosen.
This one
I didn't think it
really
really
accepts my money.
I didn't think it really mattered. I use what's it called Navy Federal.
Nice.
But that's because my dad was the sea dog. What's it called? No, I guess what I was wondering more so was I know you were with one bank, and I know that didn't work out or something, so I didn't know if you swapped to a new bank. That's what I was asking more so.
Oh no, yeah, swap because they closed my accounts.
Jeez.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
Yeah, because like main reason being is because they closed my checking, and then when I then closing my checking fucked up my direct deposit. So I literally had to wait like a week after payday to get my actual like physical paycheck. I tried depositing it through like ATM and everything, and I was like unable to deposit your items, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Damn. That
So the next day, I was like, you know what? Fuck these guys. I went to another bank, opened their account there, and then I was like, all right, fuck you guys. I'm closing this shit and I'm out.
no, that's fair. That's fair. Did they send you a notice by any chance
Notice for what?
that they were closing your account?
Nope. They just sent me the monthly statements and that's it.
Fuck. That's rough.
Yeah. Mm,
I think I'm pretty sure they gotta send you something to let you know that we're shutting your shit down.
Nope.
pretty sure. Maybe like an email.
Yeah, that's
Things
what
like that can get lost pretty easily, though. Like emails, calls. Fuck.
It's okay. It's all
Well,
right.
I mean, it wasn't inactive for like a couple, for a little while.
What was the reason why they shut it down? Because you didn't have a sufficient amount, right, in your
Yeah.
checking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that shit too. Because I use Chase, and basically what Chase is that like you have to have like I think like over $50 in your checkings account, or not. I think they
Nah, they changed it. I was
oh
researching like a bunch of banks for that reason.
they changed it.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like for them, you could set the amount you want to like be notified
Mhm.
of, just in case, like like reoccurring, like automatic reoccurring bills and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, they're saying how like they notify you, send you like an email, a text, whatever, like however you opt in for that. To let you know, hey, you're either at or below your set amount that you have on your account.
Hmm.
Just a heads up, like be careful, kind of thing.
I'd have to check. Because I would get notices from Chase being like, hey, like you're below your amount. You need to refill that shit up. But the whole thing was you gotta refill it up or not. They charge you like a fee, right? For like not having the money in. It's
Depending
we
if you're buying stuff, you're talking
yeah,
about the insufficient funds fee.
I think so. I could be wrong or
Yeah,
something.
no, that's if you're like overdrafting and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
As far as I know, that's overdrafting and stuff.
Mm. Okay. Well, good luck to you and your new bank, Wesley.
Word.
Haller, what have you been up to?
Was he done?
I don't know. Were you done, Wesley?
I don't know what else was I supposed to talk about.
We're talking about banks and then
I started talking about your bank. Is there anything else you did this week, man? Or last week? I can't remember how long it's been. It's been so long.
I think it's been like 2 weeks since I haven't been on here.
Yeah, because you've been working.
You
Yeah.
got
Haller
anything else
did
you've been
last
doing,
one.
or what you been? What's up?
Besides working, nothing really. I finished Stranger Things.
Oh my god,
Don't say
that's
anything.
right. No, say everything. Who is Vecna?
Does Drake show up?
I still don't get that. Like, what are you talking about?
Vecna?
So Drake has been
Oh.
like friends with 11 for a long time, or something like that.
Oh,
Millie
yeah,
Bobby
okay,
Brown.
their whole situation thing.
Yes, yes. 11. Not
I
even
remember her name, bro.
Millie Bobby Brown.
I will
Come on.
forget it and call her 11 again.
Yeah, you probably will. You probably will. Dude, it's so weird looking those kids now. They look too
It
old.
really is.
They look too old.
They
I don't
really
like it.
It really wasn't that long. It was like 7 years, man. It's not that long.
But they're old. But they were like 14.
Yeah, they were babies.
Yeah, but we were also like 7 years ago, right?
I was 19.
Exactly.
Age, years, time. Jesus.
Well, because people always do that when they're like, "Oh, everyone's so old," or "You're so young," or blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, years are years. Don't worry.
I still am a firm believer of I'm getting old while people are getting old. Like my cousins.
Old. You're not getting old. You are old.
I am getting old and am old.
We'll always be old.
I will be old man. I don't want to be old man.
What are you? You're 28?
25.
Oh, never mind. My bad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am old. I am
You're
old
young,
man.
bro.
No, I'm old man.
You got
Shut
5
up.
years before you become old.
No. Stop lying to me. Stop
Once you
telling me
hit
I'll
30,
live
it's
forever.
basically death. You might as well just go to like a pit and fall in it.
It's true. 30 is the end point, and that's it.
That's when Avatar Aang takes away your bending.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that's where Avatar 5 comes out. So yeah, what else, Wesley? What else? How's Stranger Things season 4?
A lot of people said it was like supposed to be scary. I didn't necessarily think it was scary.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been seeing that like people are saying that this season was supposed to be more horror themed, kind of.
it didn't feel like it at all.
Mm.
I mean, so there were like gruesome scenes that were like, ooh, okay, that's interesting for this kind of show.
Mhm.
But other than like those specific scenes, nothing was like creepy.
Nothing shook your body to the core. I don't know.
No, I
It
mean like the
sh-
first time like you see it happen, you're like, oh, okay, wow, that just happened. But then you're like, oh, okay, like everything else was just like, I mean,
Okay. Well, I still got to catch up. Like I still got to watch season 3.
yeah,
Yeah.
shit
But
goes down in season 3.
shit goes down. Well, all I keep seeing is these memes for Stranger Things where it's like Vecna has not cursed you, and I'm like, what the fuck is a Vecna? Is that an 80s band?
It curse you, bro.
That's season 4 stuff.
Yeah. Anything else?
No,
Wow.
pretty
Two
boring,
2 weeks, Wesley, you had 2 weeks.
dude. Don't even.
Yeah, I know. You've been working.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I saw the Bob's Burgers movie.
I've never watched that
Hey,
series.
how's that?
It was a musical, kind of.
Okay.
There was a lot of singing, and I was like, oh man,
That makes sense for Bob's Burgers, to be real, though.
You don't like musicals?
no.
Really?
I despise them. Yeah, I
Oh,
feel like it takes away from like the whole aspect of a movie.
I like musicals.
That's fair. I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I like
But I do also
musicals.
like musicals,
See?
so I'm sure I'll love it.
Yeah. I know nothing about Bob's Burgers, so
Wesley will be like, "No, it's not Bob's Burgers, you fuckface. It's Bob Burgers, a musical.
is it Bob's Burgers or is it Bob Burgers?
Bob's
Bob's
Burgers."
Burgers.
Okay, so there's an apostrophe.
Yeah,
Oh no,
apostrophe
you're the
S.
apostropher.
Oh my
Yes, Wesley, continue.
Apostrophe S on Bob and then burgers plural.
Okay, so multiple burgers is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay, so a single Bob but possessive of multiple burgers.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Bob is the dad.
I was way better at math in school than fucking English. This shit's just going over my fucking head.
Wow.
Dude, same. I hated English, worst subject ever.
I didn't care for English, even though I speak it.
I would be like, "Hey teacher, apostrophize these nuts," and she'd be like, "You're fucking wrong. 0 and go to detention." And then I'd
yeah.
be like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
I do the little walking out of the classroom when you remember when SpongeBob snapping his fingers and he snaps them.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
only see his fingers.
And I don't think I ever told Haler this, but Wesley knows about this. Like how I failed geometry in
Oh, yep.
in my sophomore year.
Hmm.
Yeah, in my sophomore.
Geometry.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
second year stuff. So
Mhm.
when I got to my junior year, I got put in what is it?
Advanced algebra.
Advanced algebra. That's what it was. So geometry I didn't get. But then when I got to advanced algebra, it was like all simple shit. And the teacher at the time was like, "Why are you in this class?" Because he was like, "You're doing so well at all these tests," and I'm like, "They're super easy." And he's like, "But why are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, because I had this specific teacher for geometry last year." And he's like, "Oh," that's all he said. He said, "Oh."
This teacher was notorious for letting students stay out of classroom after the bell rang because she was having personal conversations on her phone. To the
Dude,
point where the principal had to come in, open the door, and talk to said teacher.
Dude, it was nuts when that happened. I witnessed it and I was like, what the fuck is going? Because all me and like these other kids that are waiting for geometry class were just waiting outside, and we can see her inside, just like talking on the phone. And then we see the principal, and the principal comes up to us and is like, what are you guys outside for? Like, the bell already rung, and we're like, we can't get in. So she like unlocks the door, sees the teacher. She goes in. I think they had a conversation for like maybe like 5 minutes at most. And then she walks back out and leaves the door open so everyone could go in. And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. But like, not even that. Like, this specific teacher, I remember would get like annoyed if people asked her questions about like certain equations and shit. And it's just like, damn, lady, like you really hate your fucking job.
She's like, oh, how do you not know this? God, children.
Literally.
Yeah, it's like, so
that, and she hates like repeating herself too.
I knew a lot of teachers like that. I had a chemistry teacher that was like that. Like, she was a cool lady, but when it came to like actual academics, she really disliked like repeating herself.
Are so dumb because kids are always never gonna fucking listen to you.
Yeah,
it's
at
true.
least the first time.
I think that's kind of why I kind of fell off geometry, was just like, if this lady doesn't give a shit, then why should I? That ended up fucking me in the ass because like I got into advanced algebra, but that was a good thing because, you know, I got into advanced algebra, and then after that I got to college algebra.
Yeah.
College algebra, which was a credit for
it was
college.
For college. Yeah, so when I went to my community college, I didn't have to take a math class at the time, so I was pretty much set.
Yeah, if I knew about college credits like when I was younger and how fucking annoying college would be, I would have done college credits in school.
Yeah.
See, like, but the thing with like the college algebra that we took in high school was that you didn't know it was college credited until the teacher told you within like the second or third week of class that it was like, oh yeah, if you want the college credits, you're gonna have to obviously pay.
Yeah, that was the other thing. You had to pay money
a certain amount and then hand in the slip, but you could still take the class normally even if you didn't pay for the credit.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll still pay for the credits.
I mean, some people didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think everyone in my class did.
Cause like I think it was some colleges would take it, like SUNY, CUNY schools, like community colleges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like obviously if you go to like higher up and shit like that, they probably won't.
Like Harvard.
I don't know if you think of me as a man that would go to a higher level.
Oh no, I'm just saying in general.
What are you
learning, but I definitely would have taken my credit straight.
What are you talking about, Haler? Every time I see your camera on, you have your diploma in the background saying Harvard man.
Harvard man.
Harvard man.
You know, now I have to print something out, right?
Yeah,
the background's blurry, so no one's gonna know what it is.
You have to wave your hand.
It'll be unblurred. I'll hold it in front of my face the whole time.
Harvard man. I'm a Harvard man. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, advanced algebra was like super easy. It was me and like this other kid. It was me and this other kid that like were just blazing through that fucking class, and like the other people around us were like not getting it. But the reason why they were not getting it was that they were like talking over the teacher. They were like, you know, having their own like mini conversations while like me and this other kid were just like being nerds and listening. But, you know, we were getting like hundreds on tests where these kids were like struggling with, so it's like, you know, you kind of fucked yourself right there. So, you know, not my problem. Yeah. But then, you know, college algebra was a different case where, you know, some stuff I got, some stuff I didn't really retain, obviously. But
you know, like how like a teacher that I had explained it, it was basically like algebra all the way up to like a little bit of calculus, and that was basically it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It was funny because like, you know, I'll be in college algebra, and then like overhearing kids that are in fucking calculus like fucking struggle with that shit, and I'm like, thank God I'm not in calculus.
Dude, yes.
Thank God
I've never touched calculus in my life.
Thank God I'm a big dum-dum.
I have to take it for my credits in college.
Yeah.
It's like, crown tastes good.
So stupid.
So where were we going? Oh yeah, West. I don't even know what we're doing. West's
I was
week.
talking about
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers and then how I didn't like it because it was musical
Yeah,
and stuff
And
like
then
that.
college.
and then
Yeah.
college, and then math and plurals and English.
Yeah.
Yeah, English classes. God, I'm trying to think. Did you guys have? Well, I know Wesley obviously didn't like English, but like, did you have any classes that you were like particularly bad at?
Bad. Social studies and history. Hated it. Garbage classes too.
Oh, I love history.
Garbage.
Dude,
How?
I was a fucking rocket scientist in history, bro.
See, I was a rocket scientist in history.
See, like, cause for me, like, how my sister was talking about like history and everything, which is
Mhm.
beyond stupid, like how schools did this. But she was like, oh yeah, that she was taking like mythology, like there was like mythology sections during said history classes and everything, and I'm like, dude, yes, let's go,
Mhm.
acing those things like crazy.
Yeah.
Literally, as I get into high school, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna do that shit anymore.
Yeah, that's right. They took some curriculums out. Yeah.
It was like, so I did school in like 3 or 4 different states.
Mhm.
Oh, damn.
Landing in high school in Jersey. I want to say almost everywhere taught like some mythology as you go through, like even when you're younger, because they teach you the mythos of like Zeus and shit. But it's not like ever heavily leaned on. It's not like they really were like dipped in there and taught you it. It was just like
Yeah.
these were things people believed. So here
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
I think it was more for like a culture perspective rather than
Yeah.
historical.
Mhm.
Because that was one thing that we did talk about in like some history classes, just like specifically like the Greek stuff, like Homer. What did Homer write? He wrote the Iliad and he wrote the Odyssey. So like, how does the Odyssey go through? And the Odyssey.
I don't remember this shit, bro.
Really? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
to be fair, like I have such a horrible grasp of like
But
remembering the past
but I thought you were
20
Harvard
years.
man.
No, I can remember like maybe the past 5 years, maybe.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe.
That's fair. But yeah, it's more cultural stuff where they bring up like religion and different myths rather than history stuff. Because history
Yeah.
stuff was more like wars and like the civilization that was built and
Yep.
how far the civilization went to. Mostly that stuff.
Yeah, no, that shit was boring
What
as
states
fuck
are
to
in the
me.
United States of America?
Yep.
Okay, the one
Where
thing that
North is, where West is.
the
They
one
didn't give a
thing
fuck about South though. What's
the
up?
one thing I loved was world history. I fucking despise American history. American history is so fucking boring.
Wow.
I think it's boring.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
As-
Okay, buddy.
As an
Okay.
American man, I gotta have a plaque somewhere that says American man. I fucking hate American history because it's so fucking boring. And then when you listen to world history, it was just like what other conflicts were going on in this other place and shit like that. I thought that was far more interesting because being encapsulated in America and being like the Constitution has the specific guidelines for. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I want to hear what went on in fucking Ethiopia for some
That was
fucking
a lot
reason.
of fun to hear your white man voice. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Because that was like every like American history documentary. It's just like the fucking narrator was so boring, and I'm like,
dude,
fuck.
I fucking used to love World War II history so much,
dude.
and then literally what you just said, like about the
American
the
history.
Declaration of Independence and shit like that.
Mhm.
Like they used to leave World War II documentaries on all the fucking time, and and when I was growing up before, no, it was when I moved here for high school. They left on a documentary for us to watch, and they were like, if anyone's not feeling like up to watching this, you don't have to watch it. And I was like, oh no, like this will be fine. And then like they had footage of like, don't get me wrong, like we've had the World War II footage where like the people are really skinny and shit.
Yeah,
But like
camps.
it was literally like you were watching people die from hunger, like as they were falling into a fucking pit from like these documentaries of like World War II where the Jews were just like starving to death and shit in camps. And I actually was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. I don't want to. I really don't want to watch people die right now.
I'm trying to remember what that book is called. We read a book, but I don't remember if it was English class or I think it was English class. I think it's by Elie Wiesel. Do you remember this book, Wesley?
Really? The guy who hates English? I
Yeah.
just gotta remember the books we read.
Yeah. Night. That's what the book was called. It was called Night. It was basically his experience when living in like the in the concentration camps. Well, I think one specifically, but I forget which one. I don't know if it was actually Auschwitz,
I
but
remember if I read this.
his whole story, like the one thing that's still like I remember this from specifically high school, and I want to say it was English that I read this book in, but the thing that really stuck out to me from that book was when he was talking about like his father dying of dysentery. You guys know what dysentery is, right?
I want to say yes.
When you have the uncontrollable shits.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And like they weren't being fed that well, so it's just like
Fill the empty bucket.
it was just like this weird thing that for some reason I still remember to this day about that book where the guy's dad died of dysentery, and it's just like, God, what the fuck were we reading in high school? And
That's
like
wild.
and the more I think about it is that like it's crazy that like a bunch of places are like now banning books.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like specific school districts. It's
Which
weird.
is stupid.
They're
Yeah.
like, if it's not white and straight, I don't want it
Like
in my school.
I think well, I could be wrong, but I think people like are talking about this whole case of like school districts taking out books as like Fahrenheit 451,
Mm-hmm.
whereas it's like we become a dystopian society. It's just like
Fahrenheit 451.
yeah,
It's pretty much like back in the. Specifically, I remember this book. I don't know why.
Bradbury. You remember
Yeah.
this, Wesley? Yeah, you do. You
Or
son
it
of a
was like
bitch.
pretty much like what's going on now, like they outlawed certain books because I guess it was like mind opening in a quote unquote
Yeah,
that they didn't want younger kids or people reading, so they literally torched like libraries and books and shit like that
yeah,
just to like get rid of it.
yeah. And then like your main character gets like very curious about books.
Hmm.
Yeah, so then he reads a book. It's basically it.
He's like, my
Yeah.
Apple Watch lets me read still, bitch. Yeah, I think one of the dumbest things I saw recently, and of course it's like a Twitter post or a Facebook post or something,
Of course.
where it's just like, some mom found an image that said, what did it say? It said like, what's it called? It said like, certain book A is allowed in this school, but God has to be welcomed in. He's not allowed. And I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, they were upset because like there was basically one of those things like keep God in school because like what's it called when you do the one nation under God?
Oh, the
What
pledge.
Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Shit was so
Do that.
stupid. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
Damn,
and they're
was
stopping
he
that now.
unpatriotic?
They're stopping that now.
Yeah.
In some schools, and I don't know, man. I don't know if you can't have the Bible in school now or something, or it's like that's never been a problem as far as I fucking know. Nobody brings it into school.
What kid is gonna fucking bring in the Bible or check out the Bible in the fucking library?
Yeah. So, anyways, I just saw the image and I was just like,
My bitch ass in the library was looking at manga and like other fictional books. There was
nobody needs to hear about God every fucking day in school, bro. Like, eat a dick.
Most of the manga I was reading is about punching God. I don't know, man. Like that shit is so weird when people like, why can't God be in the school where my kid is? And it's like, you gotta calm down, all right? You gotta cool it. You gotta be cool.
Wasn't the other book that they were like trying to ban Lord of the Flies, right?
Oh my god. I think it was. Yeah.
That book I actually like too, surprisingly.
That's a good read. No, it's legitimately a good read because it has a message. Like
Yeah.
it legitimately has a message, and it's like for every, like, think about it, like every zombie dystopian future that, like, Lord of the Flies is a perfect example of that. Like, people go into their most primal form in order to survive.
I didn't read any of this shit in school, bro.
Damn, son, you should have gone to a school in New York.
No, like we were supposed to read this shit.
What were you reading in Jersey?
I like
Gabagool?
cliff noted it and then fucking aced it, bro.
Yeah,
Cliff
that's fair.
noted.
Oh yeah, Cliff Notes are pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cliff Notes are pretty good.
They were like, "Here's all the names of the people. This is what they did." Plain, and I was like, "Cool, got it."
I
No,
forgot. Like, weren't the kids like escaping from some war that was happening or something, right?
it was something
Sure.
like that, but yeah, they essentially the
Or,
gist
like,
is
the
that like
plane crashes.
and they're like the only survivors.
On like an island.
Yeah, and like
And
one
then
kid
they
is.
eat each other like chicken nuggets.
I think that was like one of the things that they were like trying to actually talk about was that like, do we eat the weak?
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, and then they killed Piggy. Spoilers.
Yeah. There you
What's
go.
really weird is that these books are like picked out to be learning tools for children.
Which is
Yeah,
true.
like, it was required reading for
Right,
in
and
many ways.
I get what you're saying as far as it's true. Like,
Yeah.
it probably is like a good like thing to make you think. Like, this is a book that makes you think, right?
Yeah. Either
And
you're
that's fine. But what I'm saying is like, how? I don't know how somebody is able to like look at this and be like, this children should read this. Because I would read that and be like, I don't think so.
I think it's more in a play of just morality to see like where kids' morals are.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because that's where a lot of those books that we read like were doing was just like, obviously Lord of the Flies was the biggest one. Fahrenheit 451, where it's just like our understanding of like certain literature and, you know, what we can learn as a society. And then Night was just a book about like reading about the Holocaust. So it's just like to give more perspective of someone's firsthand view of
that's different.
what they saw. But that's perceiving something. That's
right. But what I'm saying is that's something that actually happened versus
fictional
of the Flies.
stuff.
Right.
So fiction and reality must be separated, is what you're saying?
Fiction and these nuts will be laying on your face.
What? No way.
What was it?
Sorry.
I know what he was saying.
Oh. No, it's like, yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what else did we read? We also read Shakespeare, which was like,
yeah, we read a
okay,
bunch of
see,
Shakespeare.
that I remember reading.
Okay.
That was kind of fun because like the whole like you get to pick, like how my teacher did it.
Did you?
Is like,
I feel.
hold on.
Okay, yeah, okay.
How they like had us do it is like, we'd read. I think it was like certain couple chapters or whatever. They'd list out all the names of the characters that were like would appear in those chapters on the whiteboard. And if you wanted to read, you'd have to go up and write your name next to the character. So that way, whenever your lines came up, you'd be the one reading. So I don't know, it was pretty dope. And then we're like, oh yeah, you could do like a little voice, but it has to be like, it can't be anything like inappropriate or whatever.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you didn't go for theater, Wesley.
Fuck that shit.
fucking theater nerds. No, because like, did you guys ever have a kid that was like enthusiastic to read but couldn't read?
I know what you mean.
I got a little story
no.
after this actually. When you're ready.
Okay. No, because we had one kid that like he stuttered a lot when it came to reading, but he really liked reading. So it was just like, you know, just let him enjoy it. That's what I thought. I was just like, I'm not gonna shit on his whole thing, but you know,
I'm sure someone else did. Don't worry.
It's probably someone else did. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, dude. So we did this church basketball thing for a while.
I remember church okay, sorry, keep going.
So
I remember dunking on God.
This was like I didn't really know people because I moved a little bit into the school. So like it was like their way of being like, you're tall and could probably throw a circle into another circle, and I was like, got it. So what I found out was, and I already didn't enjoy Jesus, so we were at church, and midway through playing, I hear, "Come on, everyone! Like, come to the table." I'm like, okay. sit down and he's handing Bibles out. I'm like, no. So we start reading from the Bible. I'm like, you're a fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't want to read the Bible.
Yeah.
But I have, it's me, my friend Ron, and a couple other people I just don't remember. But one of them was this Asian kid, and he had the most broken Asian English accent. So it was so fucking funny to hear him read. And he was he would like sound so Asian, but like the Lord, you know, I can't do the fucking accent.
Yeah, you
But,
don't.
like,
Shouldn't.
he just like he did like he read it, and like everyone you could see was trying to hold back their laughter, but my friend Ron, like, he just doesn't give a fuck, man. Like, he'll sit there and make fun of people. So he just starts bursting out laughing, and everyone else just follows through. Because when someone else laughs, it's so hard not to laugh with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
it
I
breaks.
remember literally like crying, trying not to, like, I'm trying to hold my breath. Dude, it was one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite memories. It's really mean, and I know that kid still to today. We actually became really good friends, but he's like a great person.
Yeah.
And like just that one time, like I was just it was so fucking hilarious. He also wasn't like he was super unshamed by it. He was just like, I'm doing what I'm doing, like fuck you guys, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
And dude, I don't know. That shit just had me fucking that's one of my favorite memories of high school.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's time to cancel Haler.
Do it. I don't want to be here anyways. I mean, I love
Damn.
being here.
Damn. Damn.
The truth is out there.
Oh man. Oh yeah. I forgot. Like, the question that stemmed from was just like, what classes were you guys bad at? But like, I'm trying to think, and I came to it. Chemistry. It was chemistry class. Yeah, because I remember for the final, I studied for that shit, and I got a 64. In order to pass, I needed a 65.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking sucked. I hated it.
I wasn't actually particularly bad at anything, and that sounds probably really like full of myself, but
No, because you're Harvard, man.
the truth is, I think I just didn't try hard enough ever. I was always just like kind of like skating by on C's.
Yeah, it's true.
I
mean,
just never cared to like try.
high school was kind of like that, though. It was just like you're going with the flow of it, basically.
Mm,
Yeah,
I think it has a lot to do with like how you're raised, because there's a lot of people that I was around that like would get A's and B's, and they're like, I'm gonna get fucking stabbed in my throat if I don't, you know, get this. And I'm like, yeah, man. And then there's also the other flip side where kids were like, I want to get into college, and I'm like, my parents didn't go. Why would I? I don't, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I guess.
So I don't think I was particularly bad at something, but
Or like
Yeah,
a jack of all trades in a sense.
I definitely think English would be the one that I did struggle probably with the most. So, more so written.
But you
like, I can read.
speak it.
I just can't like comma shit and apostrophe things properly at the
yeah.
time.
You can't put the semicolon in a good spot.
Yeah, no, fuck.
What's a
Literally, fuck
semicolon?
that shit.
Don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it now. You're a
Wow,
grown
I
ass.
don't write emails. I'm good.
Yeah, you're a grown ass adult. You don't need semicolons.
Do you remember being in school and they're like, you're writing on a piece of paper and they're like, you're gonna have to remember how to mail a letter, and I'm like,
Oh my god, yes.
now I'm like 20, 28, 29, 30, 31, you know, and I'm like, bro, the fucking post office is going out of business.
That is
What'd you
true.
say, Wesley?
It's like, I'm never gonna write a letter. I'm just gonna tweet a text or like some
Yep.
other form of stupid thing.
Or email.
There's teachers that are now allowing their students to like implement like shorthand text into their like English papers and stuff, which is wild.
That is weird.
Uh,
You know what's actually the crazy thing is that like I learned this not that long ago. I think like my youngest cousins, they're like taking programming classes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were like pushing that out at schools. I would have liked to do that. learned a little
What's
bit of something.
wild is like, I don't know. I feel like that's gonna be the timeless
Programming.
job for their time.
Yeah, I mean,
Because like my grandfather had like railroads. Now it's
railroad class.
railroads. No, like he like when he talked about like doing work on railroads, he like would talk about how like he just walked into the place and they were like, "You're hired," and I'm like, "That was a different time, Grandpa."
That is true. Everybody talks about like the good old days of just being hired off the streets, but it's like now,
Yeah.
you know, for any job, you have to have like some kind of qualifications of like 5 years of experience of some other shit, or
Yeah,
have
the
like a
walking in and getting the job like ended with our parents.
yeah.
Mhm.
I feel
It's
like yeah, I learned like the 70s or the 80s
yeah,
around that time.
like we
Unless
could have done it probably in the 90s, but it wouldn't have been like the type of like I'm 18 and got my wife pregnant. Now I could work at the Piggly Wiggly and make $30 an hour or whatever. I don't,
Mhm.
I know
yeah,
they didn't make $30 an hour, but the equivalent, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
like
So
unless a
Things.
business is like drastically like requiring people to work, then you'll probably be hired on the spot. But like other
right.
than that, you'll obviously have to go through like screening processes, like interviews and whatnot.
No, yeah, and like with COVID and stuff, like I am pretty sure you probably could have walked into a place and gotten a job, but it would all be dependent on like the job, the place, the thing, stuff you were just talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like essentially with me in a sense, like I applied, interviewed, and they were like, "All right, cool. This is what happens. These are the perks, benefits, pay, and everything."
Mhm.
Um, and like I'll text call/call for your first day, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah. I mean, me and Haller used to work at the post office, so it's like, well, I don't know. For your screening, how did it go? Because you're working in custodial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was
How did my
working.
screening go?
Yeah. Where,
Like, what do you mean by that?
where they're
Like
like
with the actual person to talk to?
yeah, like
Oh, dude.
you're not doing drugs.
Nah. He was like, "Do you know how to clean?" And like, no. But I said, yeah. And cause like what's like when he said do you know how to clean, I'm like, I don't know, I've vacuumed the floor before. Like, yeah. So like but like when someone asks you just go, yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I didn't really have like a lot of questions. He was just like he basically was like, "You're not gonna fuck me, right? Like I'm not gonna like
Come in the next
hire
day.
you and you're gonna
Yeah.
be a piece of shit." Like
Yeah.
it he didn't say it like that, but it felt like that. He was just like, you're not gonna work for a paycheck and leave, right?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"No, I need money, dude. Like
Like
rent,
Aw,
yeah.
car payments. What do you know?"
that kind of
Yeah.
sounds like this guy that I don't know if like if I heard about him through Twitter. I'm pretty sure it was Twitter though, where he's known as the guy to uh get hired in those different certain locations, um and like literally leave probably like within the month with like massive paychecks because he was doing the whole
Oop.
where it's like harassment thing. You see like do like harassment trainings, like if there's something like you don't like or something that makes you comfortable, like let's say your coworkers are talking about like, oh yeah, partying and like doing like drugs and like shit and like that
Mhm.
over the
Oh
weekend,
shoot.
and they talk about it, and like you're like, hey, can you like not talk about that because it makes me feel like uneasy or like something like that.
Mhm.
And you talk to the managers about it, saying, oh yeah, I had a conversation with so and so, and it's like they're pretty much like attacking you because you didn't like what they were doing. Like he literally was talking about it. He was like, oh yeah, again like boasting about it. He's like, oh yeah, I do this, this, and this, and then I complain, and like even though if like they do like retaliation, I just call OSHA or whoever and get like massive amounts of paychecks for I guess pretty much not like going through with the trial.
Huh.
Mm.
Like
Wow.
he'd be getting paid I think the most well, when he was talking about it was like 50K, and like every subsequent time he was like, oh, he was saying that they were like, oh yeah, we'll just give you 10K just to shut up and not continue this. And he was like, okay, yeah.
Wow.
What a fucking smart dude, bro.
That's pretty smart. Not gonna lie.
Hell yeah, dude.
Play the system.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do is play the system.
It's like hitting the lottery without hitting the lot. All right.
Exactly.
So how was your screening, Chunch?
Well, I had to do a civil service test. I had to do training for the vehicle. I also had to go to an orientation, which I think they also tested us on for carriers and stuff like that. Because basically for the orientation, it was like, what do you do when you get to a house that has a dog? A, pet the dog. B, be aggressive towards the dog. C, do not deliver the package at the house and just deliver the mail in the mailbox and walk away. And it's like very basic shit and stuff like that. The stuff that I was more worried about was like doing the driving, because you know, it being on the other side of the vehicle and like trying to figure out how the mirrors work, because like pretty much the mirrors are like your best friend in that vehicle. Because there was like the rear view, there wasn't necessarily like a rear view mirror, there was like the mirror in the back that you needed to see, like
Yeah, the one that hangs off the fucking side.
yeah, for like your bumpers, so you make sure you don't hit anything in the back. And like on top of that, they told us that like the vehicles are, you know, like the bumper can come off like super easy as well, you know, in case of situations like that. But yeah, I remember like taking a test for the stuff. I remember taking the civil service test was like, I think at like an airport that I had to go take it at for some reason.
Jesus.
But it was like one of those like small airports, so it was very weird. But yeah, I remember
It was in a room though, right? With like desks and chairs.
Yeah. And it was on a computer as well. So I remember I took that test and I passed, and then I had to wait for the orientation date. Did the orientation, and the orientation was like, all right, then you guys are going to be moving on to doing the training for the vehicle, and then training on how to deliver and stuff like that. So that's the thing, is that like with mail carrying, it's like it's a job that anybody can do, but you kind of need some kind of training for it at least, because like there is some stuff that like if they didn't teach us at orientation, I wouldn't have gotten it. But it was funny because like those vehicles were so shit, and I remember the first time I crashed. I crashed and I got like, that was the first time I ever got into an accident, so I was like really shaken up. And I thought that I would have been fucked, because I remember that like in orientation, the instructor was like, make sure you don't crash the vehicle, because then that's on you, and then you have the possibility of losing your job, especially if you're starting out. So at the time I was like, oh fuck, like I'm gonna get fired, this and that, and I'm all shaken up. And then the postmaster came and he's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, and he could see on my face, he's like, you sure? You're like, you know, you look kind of distraught. And I'm like, I know this is my fault, you know, I don't want to lose the job at the time. And he was like, no, don't worry about it. He's like, it happens like that. So they were just surprised. Everybody at that office knew about me getting to the accident. And then when I showed up again, they were surprised I actually showed up, because they were like, oh, usually when people crash, they just leave. And that's when I sealed my fate at that place when I returned back. And then like after that, like a couple months afterwards, like I kept getting into crashes to a point where I was just like, I don't care.
You were crashing constantly?
I was not constantly, but like there were a couple that like, there was one in particular that was like in snow, and like I was going down this road that was like on a hill, and like it was really steep, and I was slowing down. Yeah, I was slowing down, and I was trying to make the turn, but I kept going straight instead. So I ended up in like somewhat of a ditch. And there was a guy outside shoveling, and he came up to me. He's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm like, "I just gotta call my supervisor." So I called my supervisor. I'm like, "Hey, I'm in a ditch." He's like, "All right, I asked someone to see if they can like pull you out." So the guy, it's funny because like the guy that taught me, came out with his old pickup truck with like a chain, and like chained the truck and pulled it out of the ditch. And he's like, yeah, he's like, you got to waste a couple more minutes. He's like, you know, We got a break like because it was so stupid because I had to deliver packages like early in the morning and then get back to like organize a route that I had to do, but because of like the whole thing with the ditch, someone else like organized the route for me, so I was just like, okay, that's cool, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I remember then there was like another time where I was parked and I was delivering at a mailbox. I was putting in the mail, and all of a sudden I felt like a thump on the side of the truck, and I look and I see that this lady was backing out of her house with her car, but I guess she didn't see the truck, even though the truck was like right in front of her, but she was reversing out. So, anyways, she reversed and she hit the truck, and then she got out, and you can see like there's a dent uh on her car, while with the truck, I think the bumper came off. So she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there." And I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "That's fine. Are you all right?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I was like, "Well, I have to call it in because this is an accident." And so I called my supervisor and like, "Hey, like, it was an accident. Nobody's hurt, but this lady has damage in her car, and the vehicle's bumper is off." So he's like, "All right." So he came through, and he was talking to this lady and like basically kind of pushing her into like not making a claim, which was weird. But at the end result, the lady was like, "Yeah, I just need to get going," because like at the reason why she was trying to leave was she was going to go see a doctor because she was sick. Um, this was pre-COVID, by the way. So she was sick, and I guess in a rush, she just didn't see me, and that was basically it. So she was like, "Yeah, I don't want to claim anything," and she left.
I mean, she at that point you'd fight the claim because she backed up into you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that like she didn't put up any fight of any sort.
They probably don't
Yeah.
want to claim to put their insurance higher and higher.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. So yeah, I've been in a couple of in a couple of things.
From what you were talking about before about the computer thing, I also had to do that. Go and take a computer test. I completely forgot. I actually got quote unquote hired twice at the post office. The first time I signed up for carrier, and my license wasn't old enough. I had to have it for like 3 or 5 years, and I must have had it for 2.5, almost 3, at the time, because I went when I was like 21 to go, and I wasn't one of those kids that like really gave a fuck about my license. I had like gotten it when I was 20, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I got mine late too.
So when I got hired, went through the testing at the computer. You know how they like give you like a bunch of numbers and they're like, "What mailbox would this go to?"
Yeah,
and you're like, "Yeah, this one."
yeah.
Anyways, I passed that thing. Got to them. They were like, "Whoa, you must be really smart. You did all those post box things and you got 100%." And I was like, "Thanks, man." He's like, "Nobody ever does that." And I was like, "Really selling this job, bro." So I think I got fingerprinted. I gave them my license, and no fucking joke, like as I gave this guy my license, again, like fingerprinted, signed paperwork, like I'm literally an employee now, except for he looks at my license and goes, "Oh," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You can't drive." And I was like, "No, that's what the license says, I can." And he's like, no, like you have to have this many years of like having your license before you can drive with us. And I was like, "Oh."
Damn.
So I'm just like sitting there looking at this guy like, what do I do now? And he's like, "Well, we have some other positions open." So then I went and looked at those, and this is the part that I really want to tell you about. Is so I got the interview, or at least like the part for the computer to go to do for what's it called, for cleaning the post office, and I am reading the test, and the test is like, "Can you mix these chemicals?" Bro, I don't know what the fuck chemicals I can mix, man. I don't know anything about this shit. There wasn't like a learn this and then take the test. It was just like take a test. So I'm sitting there just clicking shit like, "Yep, sure, no, okay, I don't know, sure, why not, yeah." I don't know. I probably got like an 80 or whatever on that shit, and like got hired. It was basically, I think it was more so like making sure like, you're not gonna make a bomb with chemicals, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically.
You're not gonna Walter White it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that was probably one of the like silliest, funniest things I've done. Where like I had to take a test about like, do you know how to wipe Clorox off a floor?
Yeah. God. Yeah, because
Sorry,
like at the place,
that
no,
shit just.
no, because like I'm trying to remember because the place that I was at, there was only like one custodian, and he like took care of like everything.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
It's really not hard if the place is maintained. You're pretty much just cleaning toilets and floors.
basically, yeah.
But like for our office, they didn't have a custodian for years.
Mm.
So like the cases, they just
Mhm.
had dust everywhere,
Yeah, yeah.
and the floor had asbestos in it, and they like,
Oh,
and they were like, well, you can still pull the wax off the floor, and I was like, bitch, I'm gonna get cancer. They were like, no, it's safe up to like 1/100th or whatever parts of this,
yeah.
and I was just like, yeah, you guys don't care about people.
Basically, yeah. That was basically it. Yeah, if management tells you don't worry, that's probably the point where you should probably worry.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That really goes for any job.
It does. It really does. I guess besides work, old work and shit like that, anything else, Wesley, you do with your week?
Oh, sorry, bro.
Speaking of post office chicks, every time I ride my bike to work, there's just like this really attractive male lady that walks around this area that I go through, and I'm like, damn girl, what's up? I never
Right.
talked to her though, but yeah.
You're
Other
like,
than
Like,
that,
yo, girl, what's in the bag? And she's like, mail, bitch.
no, 'cause, like there's some days where like she'd be in her like obviously postal uniform,
yeah.
and then other days she's wearing like spandex, and I'm like, is that even allowed? Like spandex in terms of like gym clothes that you'd see some girl like working out.
Yeah, I don't know. That
I think some
depends.
CCAs tend to wear their like own clothes until they get new clothes.
Yeah, until they get like new uniform and stuff like that. Because I remember I used to do that stuff too.
She might only have like one uniform.
Yeah, this was that. But then, damn, Wesley, you should roll up and be like, "Yo, can I get some stamps,
You should
girl?
be like, can I also be in that spandex?
Yo, I love to be
my
your
God.
CCA girl."
So
I'd like to give you CPR. Knock her the fuck out.
I should have never said anything.
It's alright. Anything else? Any other male people?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, there we go. After 2 weeks, Wesley's back.
Chronicles of Wesley.
The Chronicles of Wesley. Haller, you got anything with your week?
Yeah. I ate pepperoni and cheese with my brothers this week. It's pretty great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got that pizza.
Actually, I think I messaged you guys. I can't remember, but I'll just say it. My mom just found out that she went into remission from her cancer.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
So we basically like spent this entire week like setting her up to like, because she went into remission to like help her try to like kind of like do good things with herself, like maybe not smoke anymore, work out, this or that. I'm trying to think what else. Me and my brothers pretty much just like hung out. I had told you guys we got a Apple membership, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
We watched the new Harry Potter movie.
The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Was it what kind of secrets?
Was it good?
His gay lover?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Okay, I thought you were like leaning towards like I know this already.
No, I didn't know that the secrets was truly his gay lover.
Well, no, that's not the secret. That's
don't spoil
not
it.
the secret.
No, spoil it. Is it his gay lover?
There's really nothing like.
Oh, nothing gay about it.
No, there is. That's like literally the opening scene. You've seen like that part. Don't worry.
Oh,
But
him making out with a dude.
he's like spoilers. Oh, my ears. The only thing I will say that I did have a problem with was Johnny Depp not being in it. So
yeah,
because they got Mads Mikkelsen, right?
and he's not as good as Johnny Depp. Surprise.
Yeah,
That's
because
gonna be
what was
so
the thing about Grimmelwald that like I remember in like the first, is it the first one where it was Colin Farrell, then he transforms into Johnny Depp,
I don't think so. Maybe.
something like that.
I'll be real.
I would-
It's been so long. I think it's been Johnny Depp the whole time, bro.
I mean, he might have like morphed or changed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because like
So
like
I do
protection,
remember
I
somebody
guess.
saying something about him being able to morph, and
that's what.
that's why they were like, "Well, who cares if it's Johnny Depp?" You know.
Yeah, I mean, then it could be Mads Mikkelsen. Yay!
Yeah, he didn't feel as good as Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
It's I can't go into more detail really, but you'll see. Me and Wesley. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna watch it.
I kind of stopped caring about like those movies, to be honest. Like
They're good. I do
yeah.
like them.
Yeah, I guess.
I think you should give them a watch, kid.
But J.K. Rowling hates the trans. How can I watch the Harry
But not the
Potter
gays.
spin-offs? Yeah, she does. She loves the gays, but hates the trans.
I don't know. It's just weird. When you watch it, Wesley, you just let me know and we can talk about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That-
I was hyped to watch that. So
That was
a
it.
little disappointing. Still okay. What's up?
Are you guys gonna get the Harry Potter game?
Yes.
Okay,
I want to, but I'm like cautious about it.
because J.K. Rowling.
No, because I was talking to Haler about this. I think we talked about this like during the podcast. I think.
Uh-huh.
If not, I'll just talk to him about it. How it was like it seems like any other Warner Brothers type game.
Yep.
Because it's being done by Avalanche. So Avalanche has done Rage 2, I think. Or is it being done by Monolith? I don't remember who's doing the Harry Potter game, but they've been known for doing other open world games.
No, I mean
I
like
think it's so good.
no, you go.
No, you.
No, you?
Okay. Cause like during like like ever since I saw like the Warner Brothers thing, it just jumps for me. It just jumps straight to Batman, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War type games where it's like you just mash one button, press another button, initiate a stronger attack, and then
Uh-huh.
two more buttons to do like a combo or like a stronger spell or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to just mash the same button over and over and over just to like do one thing.
Destiny 2.
Well,
That's true.
obviously, but like
Wesley,
you-
Wesley, you already play trash games. You'll be fine.
yeah, but to
You'll
the
be
point of
okay.
spending like 60
Look
for
at
it, I don't
League.
know about that.
Look at League. You're clicking.
League is
Wow.
free.
League,
Wow.
League, you're
League
First
is
of
clicking.
all,
free.
You're
League
just
of Legends
clicking,
has
bro.
League of Legends has so many outplay moments, bro. You wouldn't even understand.
I
Your
don't.
tiny little card playing game wouldn't even understand.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. That's why I would probably enjoy this Harry Potter game.
You could be at quarter HP fighting full health enemies.
Thank you.
And then
Outplay.
you'd be like, haha, you think you're gonna kill me, but I kill all four of you, and you're like, haha, I win. And then you could like
Speaking of
all
which,
chat
Wesley,
them.
we won a game today that looked like I should have lost, by the way. Just want to let you know.
Nice. And then after you beat the 1v4, you could all chat and be like, haha, you guys suck. And it's
Bitch.
like,
Mhm.
I think I'll get the Harry Potter game. The one thing I definitely know I'm going to be getting, which is coming up in a couple days, I'm going to be pre-ordering day one Modern Warfare 2.
oh yeah, fucking god.
Don't fucking shake your head, you bitch.
Shaking my head.
I'm so excited, bro.
You, Megan Fletch, man, I swear to God.
Fletch isn't buying it. Don't think that.
Wow, that's a
I s-
first.
I still want to play Modern Warfare. What is it?
Uno?
2019?
Yeah.
20. Yeah, the new one. I still want to play it for the campaign, but it's like even on sales, it's like $30, which is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't really go to Enterprise. It's
Yeah.
the reasoning behind that is because if you buy the game, you get multiplayer, and multiplayer is a big sell point. So there's no reason for them to put it down in price because people will pay the price. That's why.
That's stupid. Can they
It's
just
not
sell?
stupid. It's
No, it's
how it
stupid.
works.
I just want to play the campaign. Sell the campaign separately. I'll pay for the campaign.
They won't do it because
Well,
they want the $30.
Well,
you
they're
fucking idiot.
stupid.
You're stupid.
If I'm stupid, they're stupid.
Nobody wants to play Harry Potter.
You just said you want to play Harry Potter.
Nobody wants to play Harry Potter.
Anyways, anything else for Modern Warfare?
I got through most of Better Call Saul. Pretty good.
Oh, you are in the... Did you get to the mid-season finale?
No, I didn't finish it yet.
Well, the season's not technically over.
Yeah, I didn't get through all of it yet.
Yeah, it's in the mid area.
Hey, you told me that. I know.
Okay. All right.
Bitch.
Sorry. I don't know if you want to talk about Better Call Saul.
I finished watching Frasier. Pretty good show.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
And then I just started last night watching Hotel Hell with Gordon Ramsay, and I fucking love it.
Oh, I've seen clips.
Same.
I love watching clips from that.
I love Ramsay so much, man. And like I've watched probably all of, like Hell's Kitchen and all those other things, and like the one where he goes to prison.
He goes to prison.
In the UK, he does a like TV show where he teaches prison inmates how to cook.
Yeah.
And like he brings a knife, and they're like, sorry. They're like, he brings a knife in and they're like, you can't have that knife. And he's like, how the fuck am I supposed to have them cut anything, asshole? And they're like, you're right.
Sorry, chef.
And I just love Ramsay, man, because like, so in Hotel Hell or Hell Hotel? I don't know.
I think it was Hotel Hell.
Yeah,
yeah. In Hotel Hell, the three things I've noticed he does every time is obviously bitches at the staff or the owner,
always
whoever's in the wrong of the place.
Yeah.
The other thing he does is he goes around and finds like bugs almost every single time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, find their bugs and tell them that they're terrible. And then the third thing, which is the silliest fucking thing that I've noticed that he does, I can't confirm every episode, but so far it's been in every episode I've watched. He takes a shower in the hotel, which like, that's fine. Like, you know, that's something you want to test out. But he, or the show or the people or whoever like wants to make sure that his butt is in frame for this. He literally gets a butt shot every time he takes a shower, and I'm like,
God.
Well, you need to see
who the fuck is like, this has to happen? Who wrote this into the contract?
Probably Gordon. Gordon's like, you got to. Yeah, he probably was like, you need to get a shot of my ass because
he's like, look, this is what people are gonna want.
Yeah.
Oh, my other favorite thing is
they want this cake.
The staff, like the female staff, is always like, Mr. Ramsay.
Yeah.
And just like,
of course,
fucking put a cold towel on it, kid.
Yeah, I mean, he's super famous, Mr. Ramsay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the episode? There's only like two that I remember. The one where he goes to that doggy hotel, and the one where I think the guy was like secretly stealing money to buy art stuff, and then Gordon confronted him about it. He's like, "You're buying shitty art to put into the hotel that nobody fucking wants to see." And on top of that,
yeah.
And on top of that, you're living in like an RV that's like super decked out that everybody has to see because you's a bitch.
Oh fuck, I can't remember the name of the hotel.
I don't remember either.
No, that wasn't the Roosevelt, was it? No. That was episode 1. I can't remember the name of it though. They shut down.
Yeah. There's always like YouTube videos. After watching the clips, there's always like YouTube videos popping up about like what happened to this specific hotel Gordon went to.
After I watch every episode, I go and look up the hotel because I'm like, these people are pieces of shit. I hope that fucking hotel's done. Or like, oh man, these people really changed their lives. I hope that they get it.
I know this relates to like not Hotel Hell. No, not Hotel. What? What do you? No. This relates to Hotel Hell, but it's the other show that Gordon does. Is it Hell's Kitchen or is it the one where he's visiting other restaurants?
He has so many. It's
insane. I just saw that he has another one where he's going to like different countries and like trying to cook their specific
That's
food.
It's been
new.
going on for a little bit though.
Uncharted? Did you know that's what it's
Yeah,
called?
it's
Yeah.
been
I
I
think
want to say
that's
half
the
a year at
newest
least.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one I saw. But no, it's I forget what's it called, but it's in the same vein as Hotel Hell. But where he's
But he
visiting
goes to
other.
people's restaurants, right?
Yes.
And it's in different states.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like, oh man, it's like Restaurant in Distress or something.
Alright,
Something
so
like
okay,
that.
hold on. So there is you got Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh,
Uh,
kitchen. I think it's Kitchen Nightmares.
You got Hell's Kitchen, obviously.
Yeah.
What
I
else?
think it's Kitchen Nightmares.
Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm literally just doing all the ones that like are involved kitchen. Then there's obviously Hell's Kitchen again. The fuck?
What?
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. The other one was for like younger, I guess, people, young guns. I don't know. And then I think it's Ramsey's Best Restaurant.
I think it's Hell's Kitchen. Not Hell's Kitchen. It's Kitchen Nightmares.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, because like the one place that still keeps like for some reason popping up in my head is the one where he visits. I think like Amy's Bakery, where like he goes into like this little small bakery shop, and like the owners is like this really old dude from I forget which country, but his accent's like really strong, and like he's married to like this like semi young woman who's also fucking batshit crazy, and like he talks to the staff, and like the staff is like, yeah, the owner takes our tips, and he's like, what do you mean?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and he's like, what do you mean he takes your tips?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
I think the
confronts.
guy was literally like, "Oh yeah, like this is my restaurant. I
Yeah.
don't care."
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like
Yeah.
had some like mob ties or some shit.
Yeah,
this
and
wasn't
he's
the
like,
one
he's
where
like, I kill you,
somebody was stealing
Gordon.
from register too, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, because
Okay.
I don't think so. Because like all I remember from that specific episode is like him confronting the owner, and then like there are people who are like seated away from like the register while he's confronting the owner, and he turns to those people and he's like, "How would you feel if you knew that the owner is taking the tip that you meant for this waitress out of her pocket?" And he's like, "That's horrible." And he's like, "Why would he do that?" And he's like, "That's what he's doing right now." And the guy was like, "That's disgusting, this and that." And then he confronts Gordon. He's like, "No, don't tell them lies." And he's like, "I'm not lying. That's what you're doing."
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then his wife is also super crazy, which apparently she's making a comeback for some reason. She has like her own like Instagram thing going on.
What?
Yeah, I think her husband's in jail now
Not surprised.
for like some kind of tax evasion. But yeah, that's what I remember. I think it was Kitchen Nightmares. And then like another one I remember was like a Mexican restaurant that he goes to, and these I think the one thing that sticks with me from that episode is like the refried beans are like moldy. And it's like, how the fuck do you make refried beans that fucking moldy? It's like they must have been there for like years in a corner somewhere. It's like it's so bad.
Like the ones that I remember, like specifically like stick out to me, are the ones where he went to this it's like mom and pop Jamaican restaurant
Mm-hmm.
where this he literally praised, and I mean like was like amazing job and everything to like this lady who like literally made the food, and I was like, damn, he actually like liked something.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. It's like it's in England, right? Like the Jamaican shop.
So. I don't know. I look like she was running it like out of a house.
No, they don't have good food in England, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if it's other people's food, then yeah, that's the good food, because it was done by a Jamaican lady, and I think her son, right, or like an apprentice that she had.
I think it was her, something like that, and like she made like jerk chicken or something.
Yeah, because I remember another episode where he tried to do like I think soul food.
I feel like it'd be really hard to jerk the chicken.
He tried to do soul. I'm gonna ignore that comment. He he tried doing soul food, and like the soul food wasn't good. Like he had complaints about the collard greens, and like the owner was like, the white man from Britain don't know anything about collard greens. Yeah, that's the one I remember.
That one I remember too.
Yeah. Yeah, what he knows about collard greens, but like the staff is like telling him like, don't try the collard greens.
Yep.
You're gonna hate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there was another one where he goes to this restaurant and gets the meatloaf, and then when he goes back into the kitchen to talk about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, we put the meatloaf in the fridge after we cook it," and he's like, "What?" He just like sticks his hand in the meatloaf and takes out the center, and is like, "This is still warm, and you put it in a fridge." And then he was like, "Do you know what happens when you put something warm in a fridge right after you cook it?"
Bacteria.
You actually tell me?
It gets moldy and bacteria. He's
Bacteria
like,
grows in it.
exactly.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
Really?
Yeah. It's always a bad idea to do that.
Ooh, well, I have been eating mold.
You have been eating mold. Congratulations. You are Harvard mold man.
Main reason is because the outside's cooling while the inside's still hot, so you're letting shit grow, pretty much like accumulate around a cold area.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's why whenever you put something away, you gotta let it cool down first and then put it in the fridge.
One of my favorite Ramsey moments was when he went into this restaurant, can't remember which one, but like they had like fish and chicken, and it was just all moldy and old, everything inside the fucking walk-in.
So that's every episode. Yeah.
And he hopped in and he was like, "The fuck are you guys doing?" And it's like chicken with the fish, and he's like, "You can't fucking put these two next to each other, like you're morons."
Yeah, you're cross-contaminating.
And then there was like one of the things like that they were actually like, the chicken was actually literally sitting in with the fish, like in the same container. He was like, "Okay, well, I don't know if I can stay here." And I was like, "You're right. Leave right now. Let it burn."
Yeah, it's so bad, man. Like seeing some of these places, it's just like the mold build up and.
And then in case you want to see his butt.
Yeah.
Hotel hell.
Oh, yeah. Gotta see that ass, that Gordon cake.
Oh, it's a Hotel GB apparently. I think. That's the hotel one I'm seeing. Yeah.
The spot that we went to for the show.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the guy was for.
And then the prison one we're talking about is Gordon behind bars.
Oh no, the hotel one I'm talking about is Hotel Hell.
Okay.
Oh, that one I don't see on.
It's on Hulu.
Have you guys seen the Uncharted one that he does?
No.
Yes.
Okay, I've only seen clips.
I don't watch the TV like that anymore.
You don't watch that, but even clips, Wesley? Even clips on the YouTubes?
Literally, I've only seen one ad, and this was like when it first started happening.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think Uncharted is quite as good because it's not him telling people their shit. It's him like actually like being like, "This is where they make fire. Have you ever seen fire before?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't seen fire before."
I mean, not necessarily.
What?
Bruh. He's going around looking at how people cook stuff. Like one of them was like how to do like moonshine out of geckos.
Bro, I'm never gonna cook in the fucking ground like these people do, bro.
Wow, so you're calling them poor, gross people?
I'm calling them ground people, bro.
Wow. Coming from the Harvard mold man. All right.
See, I might watch it just for like, cause like I like cooking shows and stuff like that. Like other people's like cultures in terms of like food interests me too, cause I like cooking. So it's like if I could try it, I guess I might.
I mean the one that I liked was where he tries to cook a water bug in I think Cambodia. Yeah, I think in Cambodia, where he tries to like grab like one of these water bugs and essentially he tastes it, like he cooks it and he tastes it and it's like it tastes like lobster. It's like he's like, yeah, it was like, yeah. I mean that's what lobsters are technically. They're technically sea bugs. So congratulations.
I don't like lobster.
Okay.
Lobster, shrimp, and I think clams.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shrimp, that's it.
Shut up, Wesley. You don't like good things in this world.
Dude, whoever eats clams and oysters is a fucking psychopath.
If they eat it raw, I don't like raw oysters.
Those are they're like it's like mucusy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're slimy. Yeah, that's kind of the point. That's why people put salt on them.
That's so
Gross.
But I don't really eat like
I'll stick
salt.
to people murdering
Salt.
chickens for me, and I'll eat their wings.
Yeah, you eat those wings and breastises and legs. No, I don't like raw oysters. I'd rather have oysters cooked or like a stuffed baked oyster. You know what I'm saying? That's some good shit right there. But anyways, yeah. Anything else in your week, Haller?
Probably, but that's it.
You didn't play anything besides League?
Oh, I actually played. However you want to pronounce this word, Jotun.
Yeah, I think you got it right. Jotun.
You know what the game is?
the side
Yeah.
scroller.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to
Yeah.
think side scroll because it does side scroll through the
I think that
the map.
I think that
Yeah.
developer made Sundered. I think is another one that they did. It's another side scroller kind of game.
Jotun is so much fun. I'm really bad at it, but I like it.
That's good. Well, at least you're having fun with it.
Uh,
I have it, but I have yet to try it out.
Oh, would recommend highly, like at least playing it a little bit.
Mhm.
I got to the next boss in Crow Dungeon thing.
Explain
Death Door.
a little bit.
Crow Dungeon.
What do you say, games?
Can you explain the game slightly?
Oh, the Crow
Yoton?
Dungeon?
No, Yojin.
Jotun. Oh, okay. You're a little Viking person, and you run around and you fight. Not necessarily gods. I'm not that far yet. I don't think, but I fought a monster. Every time I hit it, it got bigger.
Hmm.
And then like the way that they die, or at least this one died, was its health bar would go up and it would get bigger, and then by the time it got to its like fullest like form, the last time you hit it, that it dies. But the reason for it getting bigger is every time it gets bigger, its swing takes up more of the land, so you have to be really far away. Then you got to roll really close to them to hit them. So it's kind of like the strategy.
So is it like a Metroidvania?
No,
It's just like a
you have
regular.
a close-up weapon. You got to run to them, hit them, run away.
So it's like a 2D Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Not expecting that. So there's nothing like Metroid about it where you're finding like secrets and stuff like that in walls and shit?
I don't think so. I haven't found a secret yet. I don't know if like there's no real linear pathway. I don't think there might be. Maybe I'm just like I don't know yet, but it didn't really make me go to a boss. I kind of just found a boss myself.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I'll probably try it out at a point.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I like it a lot.
You're gonna
Death's
keep
Door
playing?
obviously is a great game, and I'm just slowly going through it because it's not something that I want to like burn through too fast. I'll
Yeah,
actually enjoy that game.
I gotcha. Take it at your pace.
Played the new Destiny. I played the new Destiny DLC, and it's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cheeks.
Why is it cheeks and ass?
I mean the dungeon's cool, but like the little game mode they gave us to play, which is what they do every season, is give you a new little game mode, but it's something
Yeah,
that's
the
based off of
seasonal
something else already.
content. Yep.
Thank you. The seasonal content. It's always bad. It's just like a new thing to do for what 3 months games.
That would be August. So yes.
Yeah, they give you something to do for 3 months. That's the same thing over and over again. That gives you a piece of lore every week for 3 months.
Mm.
And then they're like, "Did you like that lore for 3 months every week?" And I'm like, "No,
Did the lore make up for it? No.
no."
Oh, that sucks, man.
Sorry, go ahead.
Leslie?
And like usually, you get like all the lore pieces within like 7 weeks of it coming out. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, nice.
They'll give yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. They'll give you all the lore pretty fast, like that, like 7 weeks, and then. by the end of the 3 months, there's still like one piece you're missing, and they're like, "Ooh, what day are we gonna give it to you, huh? When do you think you're gonna get it?" And then we get it like the day before the next thing comes out, and it's like, oh, okay, dude. So then they're like, "Surprise! The governess was a worm." And you're like, oh, okay,
So let me ask you guys a question. Like, do you?
it's bad. We don't want to play anymore.
I was about to say, like, does Destiny feel like something you could just keep on playing, or at a point do you feel like it's just becoming like creatively bankrupt?
Before it was something you just keep playing because you liked it.
Yeah.
But now, for me anyways, I started like not even playing it as much. Like I play it like once a week, if anything.
I remember like you were super into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you were
I
super
think
into it.
with these past couple DLCs, more so it being the every 3 month content drop
Mhm.
has really just like kind of what you said, like just made it feel like there's no like spark anymore for them to be inspired.
Mhm.
They're just like, yeah, whatever. Like we have lore written out, and we're just gonna keep like dripping it to you, and then we'll drop a big DLC, and you'll play that for a month, and then you'll get the next 3 again. Like every
So-
year we get a big content drop, and then the rest of the year is just these little things are gonna drip out like that, which is
Mhm.
boring. Nobody
Yeah.
wants it.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause-
recently, like 3 months ago, they started doing like the whole thing where they're changing how the subclasses work. So last subclass that they changed was Void, and honestly, that was pretty fun. So I played that like a bunch because how they changed it was actually really good. This, I guess, season they changed Solar, and it literally just feels like the exact same like subclasses and everything.
Mhm.
They said
With,
they
like-
changed it, but all it looks like is maybe a visual update to how we pick our skills.
Yeah.
So do you guys think this is now time for Destiny 3 or something different?
Destiny 3.
I've
not
been
even
asking for
close.
Destiny 3 for so long.
Who knows? It might happen with Sony's whole thing. You know, Sony.
They should
not
kill
only-
Destiny 2 right now.
murder it in its sleep.
They did it to 1, they should just do it to 2. They should
Yeah.
just make everyone really unhappy for a little bit, make a 3rd one, and everyone will be like, oh, shiny.
Shiny Destiny 3.
And then they can sell me Gatlorn again, and I'll buy it.
Yeah, but then you'll have those people that are like, "Oh, we don't want to start over from literally zero."
They didn't want to
This
do
and
it last
that.
time either, and they did it, so they'll do it again.
They'll
Yeah,
do it.
Listen,
They'll do it.
all the company has to do is go, it's too late, it's done. And everyone will go, okay, well, we'll keep going.
Yo, if people like trash games and another trash game sequel comes out, people are gonna keep doing the same trash
My
thing as they do with the
God.
trash game.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Hmm?
This is the last thing I have to talk about, just so you know.
Sure. Yeah.
I played Immortal.
Oh my God, here we go.
I played Immortal as well.
I know you fucking probably love it, you trash monster.
Okay, so I didn't get that far. I haven't met Kane yet. But yes, I played a little bit of Immortal, and that's actually one of the things that we're going to talk about in the news. But
My brother's been playing it nonstop.
oh god, that's so bad.
He doesn't love it, but he's like, he's playing it on his phone for something just to do. So
Yeah.
like he's kind of into it for that.
Mhm.
I played it on my computer, and I fucking hate this game. It's the most fucking brain dead Diablo clone ever.
I mean, I'm not gonna front. It kind of Diablo clone. You mean Diablo?
No, it's a clone.
just Diablo.
It's a clone.
It's- if it's
Tencent's
by-
fucking made the clone of the game.
No, but it's published by Blizzard, so it's theirs. It's theirs.
It doesn't
now.
matter about their fucking publishing, you dumb bitch. It matters on who made it. Eat me.
No, it is. It is theirs. Blame Blizzard, so it's Diablo, part of canon forever. Anyways,
Oh, America should now start a war with China because of this shit.
go for Diablo.
Yes.
So I played a little bit. I played a little bit of the Necromancer, and I love Necromancer.
No, you do, you piece of shit.
I know, it's so good. I really want to play Diablo 2 over again with Necromancer. Anyways, for Immortal, it's weird because it's giving me the same vibe as 3, where obviously, so its art style still looks relatively close to 3.
Mm-hmm.
The tone of it seems interesting, where you have this cult, you know, doing weird shit, which is making me very curious if that is a lead up to 4, the cult.
This is in between 2 and 3.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
So what the fuck is the cult?
This is so the words
Well, yeah, because
isn't you asked
okay,
when you know Kane's there, you fuck.
Yeah, that is true. I was about to mention that. I was legitimately going to say, oh yeah, because Deckard is still alive, so it has to take place between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I'm like, for it to be in between 2 main stories is kind of weird, but at least it's not a follow-up to 4, so at least 4 can have somewhat of a clean slate. Somewhat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But at gameplay-wise, it is very brain-dead. You are right on that aspect. It is very brain-dead where you're just pressing the buttons. The HUD is very simplistic. It is kind of neat that, you know, for Necromancer, you can, like, kind of lead your summoned skeletons to, like, a specific enemy that you want them to fight. Or you kind of have, like, a reticle of sorts for, like, your swing attacks. So there are, like, neat aspects to it.
It's good for what they're doing on a phone game, yeah.
Yes, it's very good what they're doing for a phone game. Did you try it on PC? Oh yeah, you said you tried it on PC.
I'm playing on PC. I won't play it on my phone.
Okay, so I did a little bit of both. It's weird because like the same settings for phone is on PC, so it's just like, it's cool that you still have like the cross saving stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of with your brother on this, where I'm just probably going to play it if like I need to kill time, because it's not really something that I'm going to go full force with. And then with the stuff that we're going to talk about in the news, it's definitely something that I'm not going to be, you know, pushing myself to keep playing. And, and on top of that, I am playing Diablo 2, so
yeah. I will play it for story and then I'm done.
I would probably do the same thing, but at my own pace.
Yeah, same. I'm not like pushing myself to play it every day. Yeah. I've played it for maybe an hour. That hour felt super grueling. I didn't feel rewarded. I really, something that I didn't like in 3. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't burp. So something I had to do, or something that I didn't like in 3. And I don't like in this, definitely, is the armor has a green arrow on it that says, "Oh, there's better." It's like, yes, this is better. Your information is green. It just tells you like that this is better than what you're wearing, instead of you having to like actually look at your shit, understand what's going on. I don't like the like thing where they're like, well, what if a 5-year-old plays and he doesn't, you know, or somebody that doesn't care and just wants to go? Well, that's part of it, man. You have to know how to read and understand what you're doing.
But I don't like to read.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really don't like it.
Yeah, I mean,
as far as that for gameplay,
I think I'm very curious to see what they do with the gameplay stuff for 4, because if it's still somewhat dumbed down like 3, then would that necessarily affect your enjoyability with it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the same. I don't like Destiny for the same thing. A lot of their shit's way too simplistic to look at and go, this is better, this is better, this is better.
I kind of don't mind that, but that's just me, because I'm a big dum-dum.
It just doesn't... I'm not trying to be mean or anything, or like...
No, you're trying to be mean.
Sound like people should be smarter or something? I don't know, because it's not even really that much like harder to do that thing. It's just...
Yeah, I mean...
I want another layer on my RPG. I don't want to have less layers.
I mean, with 2, now that I'm going with Diablo 2, you do have to do a lot of looking at your like attributes for your like armor sets and your weapons, and like see if like certain weapons and armor can be socketed or not socketed. What do specific gems do if you put it into like each piece of like whatever you put it. Like there is a lot of reading in that, and then compared to 3, like you said, where it's just like green arrow mean good. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I get you on that end, but as for Immortal, it's one of those games where it's just like it feels like a big time killer rather than something you will truly enjoy. And as for
which is fine, but don't put story into my time killer, please. Thank you.
Well, that's the thing, is that like, will it be critical to anything in 4? Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna go through it and see. who knows? We might like find out that Kane had a
Secret child.
stepson that now is his prophet boy that you'll have in 4.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be talking about how great Leah is in this one. Be like, Leah.
I don't know, but my brother was like,
Oh, how
he's
far
like
is your...
Charcy. He's like Charcy shows up, and she sounds nothing like herself, and I'm like, Charcy shows fuck up. What? You know, Charcy is a blacksmith.
Oh, what?
Uh-huh. Diablo 2 Charcy.
Charcy's in there? That's weird. Wait, is Charcy the blacksmith in Immortal? No. What?
I don't know where he saw her. I wasn't paying attention to him because I was like, that game probably sucks.
And yet you'll keep playing for the lore.
Yeah, I'll run through for the lore real quick.
That's
Do
fair.
little onesies.
Mhm.
Another thing. It said something about 4, I think. Can't remember. I don't know.
Okay. So that's it for your week, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
That's fair. So yeah, that was part of my week as well, playing some Diablo Immortal. I still have to go through it. And then also playing Diablo 2. I streamed a little bit of Diablo 2 of like where I was. I did get a little bit farther after that. Right now I'm looking for the pieces of the Roderick staff stuff. I got the cube.
hell yeah.
Yeah, so I need to get like the staff and shit. But Diablo 2 is still a good old time. I did beat Deathloop.
No. Shh.
No?
I just got it.
Yeah, I know you just got it. Let me play with you so I can hunt you down, girl.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay. Let me know when you're on Deathloop so I can actually, because that's also the other thing is I guess just to sum up Deathloop, it's fun. I know a lot of people were very mixed on it. Another weird thing is I think the game was nominated for like the Game Awards for best narrative, which I kind of disagree on. There are some narrative things that it does that's pretty interesting, but besides that, I feel like the main standpoint is the gameplay itself. So, I mean, it's a video game, so obviously the gameplay has to be the shining feature of the thing. But I think it's one of those games where I thought was going to be a lot harder because of it being kind of a loop game. But it's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be like something of like Returnal, where Returnal really like punches you down, while with Deathloop is very loop light, I would say, where it's giving you more chances to actually complete the missions and stuff like that.
It's more forgiving, yeah.
Yeah, it's way more forgiving. And I would have to say the payoff for it, because this is not really anything too spoilery, but there are different endings that you can get in Deathloop. I got one of them. Yeah. And I did a wiki dive on like what the other endings are, so I'm like, yeah, they don't really change that crazily. But yeah, I would say it's one of those games where if you find it for cheap, it's pretty fun. It's a good amount of your time, and gameplay wise, just it's one of those things as well where I feel like it's Dishonored kind of had this thing where you had different abilities and shit, and if you were able to find a specific ability that you really know it kind of feels a little overpowered, you're gonna stick to it. And that's what I felt like with Deathloop, was that like I was sticking to like 2 specific abilities.
Yeah.
Specifically the shift one, and I got an upgrade for it where it's like shift in the air, and then like as you're in the air, plus shift again, and like you still are kind of in the air, and then you can shift to your next location, which kind of felt like a little bit of cheating, but you know. And then the other
really quick, sorry, I just wanted to say, I also feel the same way about the game. Like, it's not as good as it could have been.
Like gameplay wise or narrative wise?
I think narrative was pretty fine. I think gameplay itself was lacking.
Yeah, I feel like there could have been a little bit more to it, maybe, but I don't know. It's one of these weird things where it's like it's not necessarily a showcase game for the PS5 because it also came out on PC, but like, you know, I was trying to do the things with like the triggers and like the haptic feedback and stuff like that. Oh, that reminds me, have you experienced any bugs with the haptic feedback?
In the game?
Yeah, when you're playing the game, because I ran into a bug where you know how Colt, when he runs, you can feel his footsteps on controller.
Yeah.
There'll be times where like there's no vibration happening while he's running, so like there are some like weird bugs that happen with the haptic feedback for the DualSense, just like minor things like that. But how far are you in Deathloop?
Maybe 4 missions.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, the game, once you get everything down, the game becomes like not super easy. It just like it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's yeah, I don't even know what the word to call it, because I was about to call it simplistic, but it's like you kind of get like a knack for it essentially. So it's weird because it's like it tries to go for the same style as like kind of like Hitman in a way, where like you learn the level and you understand like certain traps and stuff that you can avoid, and you use that trap to your advantage for taking out a target. That's the neat part that I like about it, but I don't know, like I feel like you're right on that sense. Like there could have been more for it, but I don't know. Question becomes like whether or not they do a Deathloop 2, which would be kind of weird because of the fact of, me going through one of the endings. Would it make that much sense? Oh, I think also a problem with the narrative as well is that a lot of like the core stuff is stuff that you find like files and shit around the world that actually help you understand about what's going on that island. And if you miss out on that stuff, you're missing out on a lot of like lore shit. Haler.
Yeah, lore stuff. You went to the bathroom.
God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, so I don't know. You got Deathloop, right, Wesley?
Nope.
Wow, I cannot believe you did not get Deathloops.
Because I saw like the walkthrough for it.
Mhm.
Like you guys were saying like before, like the gameplay was lacking, and I felt that just watching.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I don't know, some of the stuff didn't like seem good.
It's a weird thing because like I don't know what exactly it's lacking, but it feels like there is something lacking. It's really hard to pinpoint down as to like what it's truly lacking.
Yeah, it's like like something's missing. You just can't pinpoint specifically what.
Yeah, but like as for like the gameplay stuff, it's neat. I like learning levels and stuff like that, like understanding of like where is the best. Like for example, if a target's inside a building, what can you do to get inside the building? Can you shut down the building's main generator? Can you sneak through a window? Like I like learning that stuff, seeing like different ways of like tackling this specific area.
Yeah, like yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like it's very Dishonored in that way, where you know how Dishonored was like that, where it's like tackle this location, this level, and see if you can take out this target either through a
stealth approach.
a stealth approach or an aggressive approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird. I mean, I kind of like Dishonored, but I'm not a huge fan of it. And I beat Dishonored 2 like I want to say a couple months back.
Mm-hmm.
And Dishonored 2 was okay. I don't know I have the ability to go back because I beat it as Emily. So Emily has different powers. Somewhat
Too, sorry.
yeah, no. It's like her powers is like somewhat different from Corvo's, but I don't know if I have the ability to go back and play as Corvo and then doing the exact same levels as Emily. Oh, well, as what Emily did. But like I said, that is the neat stuff of like Dishonored, where you have the ability to go either passive or aggressive. I think that's the one thing in Deathloop that's kind of missing, is tackling a situation passive or aggressive, because I think the game straight up tells you got to get rid of these fucking people. So you have to kill them regardless.
Yeah, like it tries to implement the whole like passive approach, but once you do like one thing, it's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Now you're stuck in this thing.
Yeah, your sole objective is to kill the target. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Like there are somewhat creative moments. Like I'm trying to think of one specifically. Oh yeah, there are these two targets in Deathloop where they're actually secret lovers, and you can find them in like their secret lovers den essentially. But you need an access code to get into it, so you have to like do another loop to go into one of these targets like compound and like look to see if you can find like a code or something to access the door for their little hidey hole, which is kind of neat, you know, trying to figure out like different puzzles and stuff like that. But to find the code and stuff did feel a little tedious, because I was like running around the compound trying to find this one particular like image for the code, and it got to a point where I was just like, I can't differentiate like whether or not this is supposed to be the image, this is not supposed to be the image. And the issue becomes that like if Colt says, yep, that's the image, then you're good to go. But you're, like I said, you're running around this compound and you're just like, where the fuck is the next image that I can find? Yeah, it does become a little tedious in that sense. But like I said, like looking around the level and like learning like little secrets and stuff like that is part of the fun. But yeah, just trying to pin down as to like what exactly it's lacking is kind of hard. I'm trying to think. What else did I play? I didn't really like beat anything else during my week. I've just been playing like multiple stuff. Like before we started streaming, not streaming, before we started recording, I was playing a little bit of Dead Rising 3 because for some reason I just want to go back and play like some games that I haven't beaten. Dead Rising 3 is such a weird one. I didn't get that far into it, but it just feels weird compared to like Dead Rising 2. Because Dead Rising 2 was like my first Dead Rising game and I really enjoyed that game. And then I started up Dragon Age Origins again, because I was like one of my top RPGs that I've played. And I played that on PS3, and like I remember seeing like discussions and shit for like which version to play, and people were like, oh, play the PC version, don't play the console version because the console version is bad. And I'm like, I enjoyed my time with it. But as I'm going through a little bit of Dragon Age Origins, I'm looking at like the Steam discussions, and people are like, don't play the Steam version of Dragon Age Origins. And I'm like, ah, fuck. I'm like, why? And then I'm looking through the discussions, and people are like, apparently it has like somewhat of a memory leak where the game can crash at times. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. But I'm like within like the first hour of the game, and I'm like, so far I haven't experienced any crashes. So keeping my fingers crossed on that one. If you haven't played Dragon Age Origins, I really recommend it. And then on top of that, I've been having like somewhat of a hankering to play the Mass Effect games, but like going through all of them and then eventually getting to Andromeda. Because I think this week BioWare also announced that they're doing something for the new Dragon Age game, and on top of that, there are the stuff for Mass Effect 4, which is probably not going to happen for like a good while. But I don't know. I just been wanting to play a BioWare game for some reason. And then what else? Did I watch any movies? I didn't really watch anything too crazy. Oh yeah, we were talking about musicals because of you watching Bob's Burgers. I started watching. I'm like halfway through Les Miserables. Les Miserables. Les Miserables. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's like I think another musical one, right?
Yeah, where they're in like old time France.
Yeah, not a fan.
Hugh Jackman's in it. I have to say, Hugh Jackman is a fucking talented ass man. That's all I have to say. Man can sing, act, play any role that he's in. He's good. He's good, Hugh Jackman. And then I finished today the first 3 episodes of Amazon's The Boys. I know you guys haven't seen it, but
I heard that was supposed to be good.
it's good. I think it's good. It's fucking weird because like I should have not read the Amazon reviews. Well, the first 3 episodes of the 3rd season of The Boys is where I'm on. Like I'm up to date with The Boys. But like I'm looking at the Amazon reviews and shit for The Boys, and it's one of the most craziest things you can read because it's a lot of people who have like weird far right ideas, being like this show is implementing LGBTQ ideas and trying to be woke, and I'm like, you guys watch the show? The show even pokes fun at being woke. Like, are you guys okay? Like, it's so weird. It's so weird of like people having like weird perspectives on the show and being like the show is ruined because they're trying to implement the ideas of communism and far leftist ideas, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, all I care is when you punch the Superman evil guy. That's all I care about. But yeah, if you haven't seen The Boys, it's pretty good. 3rd season, I'm trying to think. Episode 1 was actually pretty good, so 3rd season's off to a bang, but they're doing a thing where they're releasing weekly. So every Friday is a new episode now.
Gotcha.
And then I've been keeping up to date with Comey Can't Communicate up on Netflix. Because I need my junk food. It's such a good, cute show. I love it. I don't care what anybody says. It's so adorable. It's so cute. I love it. And then I think in my personal life, I got my eyes checked out again because it's been a while since I've seen go see an eye doctor.
Oh my god, dude, that's reminding me. Sorry, but yeah, keep going.
Didn't I reminded you to go see an eye doctor?
It's something about glasses. I'm gonna say it after you're done.
Wow. Okay. I went to go see an eye doctor. Basically, the eye doctor was like, "Your vision's good." So I was like, "Cool," but she was like, "You probably need a good set of glasses, because mine are becoming a little jank." But
like the frame or like lenses?
The frame, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, because this pair that I'm wearing was actually my old backup pair. So right now I'm wearing the backup pair, so it's probably a good idea to get another backup pair.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, my eyes are pretty much the same, kind of.
Yeah, no, mine are shit.
Yeah.
Like literally, like if without them, like everything is blurry, even if it's like past arm distance, everything's like blurry. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I wear my glasses on a regular basis. I would assume you do as well. So yeah, we kind of need them.
Like it's funny because like legally when I drive, I'm required to wear my glasses.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Yeah, they said at the DMV, they're like, oh, yeah, with glasses, you legally have to wear them now. I'm
Yeah.
like, nice.
Yeah. You really do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened in my personal life. Gaming wise, oh yeah, another thing that I played. Oh shit, you know what I missed out on? The multiplayer event for Mario Strikers. They had a multiplayer thing, I think from like the 6th to the 8th. Wait, what's today?
Today's 7.
Oh, I don't know if it's still. Who cares? Who cares? At this point, but I don't remember. I don't know if it was the 6th. No, I think it was the 3rd to the 6th. I could be wrong. Either way. So yeah, that was happening, or that happened, or it is happening. I don't know. I played a demo for a card game. Have you ever seen anything for a game called Card Shark?
No.
So Card Shark is interesting. It's not necessarily a card game, it's a memory game.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at Steam. It's on Steam. I would say look at the trailer. But I played the demo for it on my Switch, and I kind of like with the little stuff that they do with it of like testing your memory. Mm-hmm. Essentially, the whole gist of Card Shark is you're playing as a really poor dude who kind of gets into like a duo group with this con man, and essentially what you and this con man are doing are like going to like different areas of like rich people and playing card games with them, but kind of like conning them in a sense. So there's like different little methods and stuff that you're doing for like different games that you're playing. So essentially where the memory stuff comes into it is like remembering specific tricks to con the people. And I think one, for example, is like placement. And basically your cards are like scattered around, like either in groups of 3 or 4, and you have 4 people playing. So your buddy is supposed to get the good cards, so you have to remember where your buddy's placement is, so in the group of cards that you're selecting, he gets the good cards when you're like choosing which ones. But the longer you take of like looking for which cards to grab for your buddy, there's like a little bar for like the person that you're playing with that they get suspicious over time. So it's like you got to be quick with your memory.
Weird.
Yeah, it made me realize as I was going through the game, I have shit memory. I have really bad memory because it introduced another little trick, where it's essentially deck switching, where you're going essentially for the switching of decks, you're going over pouring wine into your buddy's bottle because you're supposed to be acting as like a servant. You're putting wine into not his bottle, his cup. And as you're pouring, he slips you the deck. So you have to go to like a back room, take out the deck, pick out the good cards, come back, switch out the deck, and then take a new deck. So in order for it not to have doubles, you got to take out the ones that you took out. Like, so it's this thing of just like remembering what you took out, and like trying to like fight against time for it. Yeah, I would say look at the trailer. If it kind of like gets your interest, it's neat. It's very neat. But what I've been seeing for the reviews is that like people were like, it gets harder, and I'm like, I'm already struggling with like somewhat of the tutorial section, so it's just like I don't think I'm gonna be getting this at any time because my memory is so fucking bad. Oh, and so speaking of Diablo, unfortunately Haler's not here because he went to go take a dump, I guess. Speaking of Diablo, so I've been would you call audiobooks reading?
No.
Okay, so I've been listening to an audiobook for Neil Gaiman's American Gods. So far, I think I'm on chapter 11. There's like 19 or 20 chapters, so I still got a good while to go. So I'm trying to finish that before I start reading the first Diablo book of the Sin War trilogy. This came in yesterday, and I'm very excited to read this. Like I said, unfortunately, Haler's not here to talk about how good this book is, but oh well. So yeah, I only got book 1 as of the moment, so I haven't started it. And it's also weird because like I thought that this was like priced at like $9 or $10, but apparently it's like the older version of the books that are priced at like $9, while like the new reprints are priced at like 15. And I guess because it's like the title's like somewhat laminated. I don't know why they charged for that much, but I don't know.
Wait, hold on, let me see. Put it up again.
You see how it shine?
Mm.
Yeah, title.
That's actually a pretty cool cover.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the other ones are kind of neat, I guess. It's just a naked dude doing weird shit.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, now you love it. You love naked dudes. Yeah, so after I finish Neil Gaiman's fucking American Gods, I'll probably start reading the Diablo book, because there are a bunch of other Diablo books that I'm very curious about. And then, Diablo 2 is still pretty good. I don't know. Like I said, I've been like, for some reason I just wanted to play like other stuff. I'm actually considering on playing Persona 5 Royal for some reason, even though that game's gonna take fucking 100+ hours. So
Yep.
I really
I'm
have to
still
think
playing it. Well, not still playing it, but like
on
I
and
still
off.
have not beat it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still thinking. I started it up like maybe like once, and then I just never went back to it because I know that Scramble is not part of the Royal world, but I just want to play Royal and then play Scramble. Not Scramble. The fuck is it called? Strikers.
Yeah, I was like, the fuck is
That
Scramble?
was the Japanese name. Excuse me. Sorry, Wesley. Sorry that I'm more cultured than you. Um. Yeah, that's basically it. Basically for my week. I guess we can take a break, maybe, and then we come back to the news.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess when Haller comes back from his dump. All right. Yes, we'll see each other in a bit.
So I have not seen that, but yeah.
Yes, we're back. Now we're back. So we're on to the news. And Wesley, what have you not seen?
The not got him. Not the Morbius.
But what do you mean? It's sweeping the nation. Yeah, I haven't seen Morbius either.
It's
really
morbid
not.
in the nation.
It's Morbin time, baby.
So stupid.
That's so dumb.
So we're a little late to this because this happened. Oh yeah, no, this happened the second. Never mind, we're not late to this. We're early into the Morb suite.
Well, the
Sweet,
article that we're reading
sweep.
now
I don't know, sweep.
happened 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I'm completely
Uh,
morbed out.
Yeah.
we're Morbin, baby. So you guys haven't seen the movie, have you?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
I
So
just know it has a better viewer rating than some other movie.
I think because of the memes.
Or
Because of
some other
memes.
movie has a better viewer rating than this. I don't remember which one it was.
Uncharted wins.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right about that. I've seen that somewhere, Wesley.
I don't remember. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, so basically for two articles that are connecting to one another, Morbius comes back to theaters because of memes, only for it to bomb again.
Yep.
Why? Why? Why Morbius?
So did you hear about like how many theaters are getting the movie again?
I saw 1,000.
Yeah. And then do you know how much they made the opening night of their re-release?
No. How much?
86,000.
Fucking what?
So that means out of all 1,000 movie theaters that had it, each one averaged 80 something dollars in sales.
Why is it Morbin time? Why? Tell me why. I don't know. Like the whole thing with Morbius is so fucking bizarre. The memes are, I think they're funny, even though I have not seen the movie.
Yeah.
But it's one of those cases where I think the movie was just doomed to begin with.
Yes.
Especially it being a Spider-Man villain that has his own movie, and then I think the whole rumors about like other Spider-Man characters showing up in their own movie without Spider-Man. So it's just like, why Sony? Why you do this? Why do this, Sony? Why?
I don't know. It was honestly, I think it was a dumb decision to do that again.
I mean, people like Venom, I guess.
Yeah, I liked Venom. Venom's pretty good.
I didn't really care for it.
I wish they went the Deadpool route and like did it rated R, because I feel like it would have been a lot better.
What is Morbius rated?
13, I believe.
Because Venom is R, is it not?
No, Venom's PG-13.
The new one,
Yeah.
or really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Doesn't he bite a dude's head off?
doesn't
Sure.
matter. That's Venom's nature. I mean, in terms of like the cursing and like the like gore and stuff, that Deadpool kind of had, I feel like it would have been better.
You just can't use the
Would
curse
it?
words.
Would it, Wesley? Would it have been better? Would you have been like, man, I love Morbius now if it was super violent?
No, I'm saying for Venom. If Venom was
Oh.
like Deadpool,
But what if Morbius was like Deadpool?
I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it.
No, Morbius. Morbius. Yeah. Anyways, that's. I don't know. Are you guys gonna see the movie anytime soon?
I mean, I could see it for free whenever I want.
All right, Wesley, we get it. All right. You gotta calm down with that. With you being like, I'm so elite that I can watch it for free. God. Yeah.
You can too. Shut your face.
No, shut up, Wesley. I'm not part of the elite crew. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Shut up. All right. Anyways, you know what everybody should shut up about? Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you guys ever play any Prince of Persia games? Or
Nope.
seen the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Nope.
Wow. Not a true fan of video games, I guess.
Clearly not.
Wow. Cannot believe this. So yeah, basically this is a weird one because I remember when this remake was announced, I forget when.
Yeah, it was like a while ago.
It was a while ago, but I remember the Ubisoft was talking about it being pushed to not pushed, but like Ubisoft Mumbai was the one that was going to take the reins for it, and then I think someone from Ubisoft Mumbai was like, "Yeah, like the project is going pretty well," and then nothing from no one, and now we get this report of it being like, well, no, I think they sent out a tweet saying that it was moving to another studio, I think in-house, and then now we're getting another report saying that it's going to be a while. It's going to be delayed again because obviously a lot of people thought that this was going to be just canceled overall. I don't know if it's necessarily, I don't know if like even Prince of Persia fans are just like, yeah, we need the new Prince of Persia game now. But I never really played any of the Prince of Persia games. I have them, but I've never played any of them.
So really quick to answer the question, it was announced 2 years ago in September.
Fuck.
Which game?
That's a Persia.
Prince of Persia
The
remake.
remake?
Mhm.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
It was
Yep,
announced.
September 2020.
Wow.
So it's been that long and delayed. Now it's getting super delayed. So
With a release date of 2021.
that's right.
By the way.
Yeah, that's right. Holy shit. That's why everybody thought that it was going to be like canceled because everybody's like, what the fuck happened to it?
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, some of the screenshots look all right, I guess. They look a little budgety, to be honest.
It's the
Where's the link
Yeah.
for this? There it is. I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't need your help, Joach.
You're welcome. Bruh.
I literally just Googled it because I have so many links open.
Wow. Matt Wesley.
Well,
I
aren't
believe.
you the fucking Prince of Persia?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Wow, bitch.
You remember when Jake Gyllenhaal played Prince of Persia?
I literally just said that and nobody fucking listened. Anyways.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways.
I think
He
I zoned
was
out during
definitely
that too,
Morbin.
sorry.
Fucking
Wow,
bullshit.
this game does not look that great.
I bring you culture and you guys are like, what? You're like, I'm so elite. I get to
Do
watch
we all
movies for
sound like
free.
the fucking Tasmanian devil?
Yes. You're like,
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
okay. I'm not gonna tangent on that comment
Yeah, don't tang.
because I
Bro.
could.
Don't tang. We're gonna be tangent forever if we keep tangent. Yeah, it looks very budgeted from some of the screenshots. I don't think it looks terrible, but I mean, I think this was supposed to come out for like PS4 at the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, PS4 and Xbox One, so it's supposed to be part of that generation, but who knows whether or not they're going to decide on making it for PS5 and Series X. But I guess because of it, I mean, I guess because of it being delayed, you know, they're probably going to rework on some stuff, obviously. no release date until then. So it's gonna go silent for a bit.
Like a lot of games have.
Yeah, but you know what hasn't gone silent,
What?
bro? Just say it, Wesley. Say it.
Are you
Say
talking
what?
about Street Fighter? Please tell me you're not talking about Street Fighter.
No, we're getting to the state of
Okay.
play later. All right, bitch.
Gross.
Calm down. All right, because that's my time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's not silent anymore? The public domain for Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
There you go.
the-
There you go. Fuckers.
the Winnie the Blue blood or whatever.
Yeah,
Blood and Honey movie. Yeah, okay.
yeah. So I didn't know about Winnie the Pooh being in public domain for a good while. Well, it's been out in public domain for 5 months now. But what's hilarious is that like this movie's production was revving up for Winnie the Pooh to come out to be public domain. So this production was like earlier. They were just waiting for Winnie the Pooh to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So basically Winnie the Pooh, what is it called? Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is a horror movie by Reese Waterfield. I've never seen any of the movies that he's made. Fire NATO and Demonic Christmas Tree. So you know they got to be classics. But essentially it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet going on a murder spree. But what's interesting about this specific article from Variety is Tigger and I think some other animals are still copyrighted by Disney, so they don't have I don't think they can be in this movie. But Eeyore apparently is in here, but on a gravestone, because I think part of the lore is that Piglet and Winnie the Pooh ate Eeyore. So, you guys excited for a horror movie with Winnie the Pooh?
I'll probably see it. I mean, that's like a weird spin
On the mythos of Winnie the Pooh?
yeah, on something that like you've pretty much like as a child you were like, oh yeah, it's just a kid's book of a kid owning plushies who could like have like their own adventure kind of thing.
Yes. Plushies.
Yes, plushies.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird because I was one of those kids that my mother kind of like shoved Winnie the Pooh in my early childhood. So it's kind of weird seeing Winnie the Pooh come out as like this murderous thing, but what's also interesting about this is essentially the director was like, we gotta like make him not look like Disney's Winnie the Pooh, so they gave him like a lumberjack shirt to like not make it red, because you know everybody knows Winnie the Pooh with the red shirt and the yellow, and that's it. But I don't know. I guess I'll probably watch it whenever this comes out. Still crazy what you can do with public domain, you know? Because I forget, there was something else that came out in public domain, not this year, but like something else that people were like, yeah, we're gonna use the fuck out of this. Haler, you have anything to add? All right.
I don't know. I've seen my fair share of like old school like silly Thrasher bullshit. I don't know. I'll probably actually watch this, check it out, just to see like if it holds up to like what the old ones used to be. Let me send you this.
What are you sending me? Is it nudes?
Okay.
No, shut the fuck up.
But yeah, if like that copyright that you're talking about, about it, they were saying like that Disney still retains the exclusive use of their interpretation of Pooh Bear and Friends.
Yes, that's why they had to
That's
change
why-
the style.
Yeah, that's why.
That's one of my favorite old school like bullshit movies.
Ah,
which-
Drive Through 2007.
Ah,
Horny the Clown.
I'm sorry. What?
That's what it says. Horror gets supersized when Horny the Clown, the demonic mascot of Hella Burger, starts slashing Orange County teenagers with his meat cleaver from hell. All right, might have to give a look at that. Yeah, I mean, cool. I guess public domain. Do whatever you want with public domain, bruh. Do whatever you want. But you know what now is, well, technically not public domain, but you know what's out in the public? The second trailer for Pokemans. Get excited for Pokemans.
I should have seen that earlier, but
You son of a bitch, Wesley. Well, I mean, you can watch it right now as I talk. So
yeah, I've
that's
been
fine.
working. Shut up.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. You are a working man. Pokemon. So, did you guys see anything of this trailer? Well, Wesley is watching it right now, but like, have you seen anything, Haler, of the new Pokemans?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think
Yeah.
of the Pokemans? This new one.
I am starting to care less.
Wow, you don't care about that Quaxley or that? I forget the crocodile one.
Or alligator? I don't know.
I forget the fucking name. Picantigator? I don't remember what it's called. But
Picante beef.
Picante Gator. He's very spicy. He looks like a little chile pepper. Or Sprigatito. Sprigatito is my favorite Pokemon right now.
It's a fucking cat.
Yeah, cat. So I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen of the second trailer, obviously it's using stuff that they learned to do with Arceus, you know, with the running around, free roaming, shit like that.
Mhm.
While still maintaining the core battle stuff. But my thing is that like the more I look at this, is that like I feel like it's more like Arceus 2.0 kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be like really in deep to buy this current Pokemon. I don't know if I like the showcase Pokemon, the dragons. The jet engine dragon looking one looks weird. Because I remember someone like drew a silhouette of it and it looks like a penis. That's all it does. And the other one has like this weird tire thing in front of it, and it's just like
Are you talking like the legendaries, I'm guessing?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. The cover Pokemons.
Mm-hmm.
Once you see that. The only neat thing is that like your professors, you can either choose Giga Chad Professor or Feral Cave Lady Professor. It's true. He looks like a Giga Chad. But other than that,
Yep. I see
yeah,
what you mean now.
yeah, you see it. You need that fucking song to play every time that's on TikTok. The fucking weird rave song. The one that's
It
like
literally
dun 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 dun. Yeah, you know the one.
Oh, that's so weird. When they do the pan of the jet engine one,
It looks like
looking at
a
the
cock and
sunset,
balls.
I'm like, it literally does.
It looks like a
just looks
shaft
like-
and balls.
It just looks like a penis with balls and then a long string coming out of the balls, dude.
Oh no.
It's so bad.
It's not
Aw.
great. That's why I'm like, I'm probably gonna go with Scarlet.
Yeah, like this is
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
You don't like the
yeah.
duck?
Quaxley?
Yeah.
I don't really care for Quaxley.
Oh
Alex-
Have you seen the trailer yet or no?
no.
You watch it. Just watch it right now.
No.
Wow.
If you want to look at the silhouette,
We're saying these things,
fine.
and this motherfucker's like, what? Wait, what?
I understand
cock and
you
balls?
should
It's like,
screenshot
yeah.
this because I doubt you'll watch it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Bitch.
All right,
you
so when you
watch
get to 232, you'll understand what we're talking about.
So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Am I? There you go.
What? He has jet engine legs, bro.
Yeah. But his silhouette looks like,
This is why I don't give a fuck about this game anymore, dude.
bro. Don't you like LeChonk? What about
No, that was dumb too.
LeChonk? He's so adorable.
Everyone should feel bad.
No, LeChonk.
Lejonk.
LeChonk.
I mean, the Scarlet Legendary kind of looks pretty cool.
I think I prefer that visual than the cock and balls jet engine. Yeah, I don't know. Like to be fair, I'm not really keeping my hopes up with Pokemon anymore. Will I probably get this at a point, but I think right now on GameFly, like Pokemon Shining Diamond and Pearl are both like $30 on GameFly, so
Mm.
it's a question whether or not, like, am I really that into Pokemon? Because I still haven't beaten Arceus, I still haven't beaten Sword and Shield, or specifically Sword. And then I remember I gave Let's Go Pikachu like just one shot and that was it. So it's like I like Pokemon, but I'm not like a huge fan, and I know people were like fucking really losing their minds when they were like, "Oh my god, either the Pokemons look gross or the Pokemons look okay." But I just like Sprigatito. It's cute. It's a cute cat. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I know they also do like dual packs as well. So, which I never knew had differences until later in life. That like depending which version you get has like different Pokemon in it. I thought it was just like the different cover Pokemon on it.
I think it's like I think it's 30 or so different Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that was the
per
thing
edition.
with Diamond and Pearl. So like
Yeah.
one had like Sandshrew and the other one had like Slowpoke, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard about that was just like they're different was when my cousins they were playing on their 3DS. One had sun and one had moon, and the other one was like, "Oh yeah, I like moon a little bit more." And I'm like, "Oh, why's that?" And she was like telling me, she was like, "Oh, it's a little bit more challenging and um there's different Pokemon." I'm like, "What? There's different Pokemon?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's different ones compared to sun." I'm like, "Oh, okay. That's cool." And then I have those games as well. I have fucking Pokemon Sun and then Pokemon Y, and I only touched them for like a good hour or two and then never went back. But will Scarlet and Violet get me back into Pokemon? Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not. Will I probably get it? I'll probably get it at a point.
At some point, yeah.
At some point. Yeah, it's just like these dragon Pokemon look. They still look really dumb though, but one looks better than the other one.
Mhm. The
One at
lizard looks
least,
slightly better.
yeah. The one that has legs looks better than the other one. So yeah. But you know what's not looking better? Segueing into something else.
Mm.
So me and Haler just had our discussion about Diablo Immortal. I think the reason as to why I'm not continuing on with Diablo Immortal, that's why I'm going on my own pace, is because of the free to play shit that's going on with it. Just reading this and like looking at videos from like other people's perspectives as like what this game is doing wrong to consumers but right in free to play methods is just gonzo. It's very hard to like sum it down, but basically there are three different types of currency in Diablo Immortal. There's gold, which is what you get in game. There's platinum, and then there are orbs. So orbs you have to pay with real money, and then if you want to get more platinum, you gotta pay with orbs. So you kind of understand that there's like this weird tier section of like monetary shit that you can use. So you basically you just need cash in order to buy orbs, which orbs will get you platinum, and then platinum might get you gold as well, I believe, right? I think that's the whole gist. But what gets even more crazy is so oh god. So eternal rifts are basically dungeons in the game, and in order for you to get greater drops, you need something called a crest. And the crest allows you to get like different drops for like items, armor and stuff like that. But what was it? In order to get I think in order to get crests, you need to invest your god, I'm forgetting because of how fucking convoluted this shit is. Um Oh god, what was it? What was it? Oh my god. oh god, I'm losing it because there's also gems as well. Oh no, crests get you gems, so you need, I think, orbs to get the crests in order for you to get the gems, because the gems help you in upgrading your character. So basically it's in a sense of pay to win in order to get better items. I could be getting this wrong, but overall the whole monetary shit of what's going on in Diablo Immortal is fucking bonkers, and it's really hard to actually like pinpoint it down. But essentially it's just like, in order to get better stuff you need to pay Blizzard that money. You can also do a subscription service called Boon of Plenty, where
There's a subscription service?
yes,
Oh my god, I missed that.
where you pay $9.99 per month and you get daily drops and stuff like that. Which,
Did you see the battle pass?
No, what is it?
They have a battle pass.
Yes. Oh, yes. I did see that, but I don't remember what it's called.
It's trash.
I believe it. I believe it.
Like, this thing is literally the giantest, milkiest thing that they're trying to milk.
It's pretty bad. That's why I was like so confused. It's like, Eternal Rifts are the dungeons, and the crest allows you to get drops, but you need to get no, you don't need to, but like you get gems at the end. But I forget where the monetary shit happens. I think it's because crests are created from the orbs that you get, but it's just like, I'm so confused. Someone could probably explain to me as to like why this is so shitty, but essentially at the end of it, in order to get gems, you do need to pay. And then that's where the Boon of Plenty comes in, where, you know, you get login rewards, you get monthly rewards, and you also get dailies. And your daily rewards is something that you can actually miss out on. If you don't cash it out that specific day, you can lose that day. So it's like, you have to keep constantly opening up the game and getting your rewards and shit. It's so gross. But the battle pass I completely forgot about. But yeah, the Boon of Plenty is you pay $9.99 a month to get items and shit, which is also part of a loot drop, but like it's randomized. So this leads into another thing that I forgot to put on here, that this game technically cannot release in Belgium and the Netherlands because of their gambling laws.
Right.
So this game is essentially gross. It's really gross with the amount of shit in there. But, you know, people talk about how like you don't have to pay for like the microtransactions and shit, but like when it's shoved in your face so much like this, and on top of that, this is basically the only way for you to get good shit. It's bad, man. It's such a bad practice. Because someone, I forget, Bellular News on YouTube did a whole video of like how much you need on basically getting the good shit. And in total, he spent, he did the math. You would need to pay $110,000 in order to get the good stuff for your character. And then for playtime wise, if you're going to grind it out, it's going to take 10 years in order to get good stuff. 10 years of playing this game in order to get good drops. Because obviously all this, it's gross. It's really bad. Which, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go into Diablo Immortal that hard. But man, that is ridiculous. And it's also hilarious too, because like reading this article by Ars Technica, they talk about the one of the shopkeepers saying, "I'm not running a charity here," when you're buying stuff. And it's like, Jesus Christ. It's like it's so bad. People are like making this. Well, people who've seen this are like, yeah, it's like far worse than like Genshin. And I know Genshin has its like weird free to play stuff, but like this looks atrocious. The more you like look into it and read this article, and like whatever the Rift shit is, is fucking horrid.
So, side note, because the what you're talking about like reminds me of I don't know if you've seen Ready Player One.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the movie.
Okay, so Haller, you remember the part where Ogden Morrow is talking to like his shareholders and like that board meeting or whatever, and he's like, if we continue down this line, we could essentially I guess monopolize 80% of any user's HUD with ads and like
Mhm.
add-ons and stuff like that. That's kind of like what it's sounding to be like at this point.
I mean, it's kind of is, because at this point, when you open up Diablo Immortal, it's like, get your daily logins and your rewards and shit. Did you pay for a Boon of Plenty subscription? It's like,
Why can't they just add a Morbin feature and then we're done?
yo, if they add Morbius to this, maybe I might have to put down the money. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at the armor sets and stuff, and I was just like, it would have to be a game that I play all the time, and it just wouldn't be. I don't know who's gonna pay for this stuff.
People who are really into this game.
Again,
That's-
I don't know who's gonna play. Who's gonna play and pay for this stuff? I don't know who's into it, man. I don't get it. Like,
I don't know. Like, you really have to be like the biggest Diablo fan to look to overpass this shit,
Sorrento, fuck.
because it's really bad. It's really, really bad. So, like, I'm trying to find this fucking shit.
Here, Chunch, I'm sending you the link for it so you could see like what I'm talking about.
Oh, for the
The ad thing for the game, yeah.
yeah. I mean, feature-wise for the game, it's cool that it allows you to play with your phone in 60 FPS, where phones have the ability to play in 60 FPS. Mine does. But besides that, God, I just looking at like all the currencies and shit, and it's giving me a fucking headache. All right, we're moving on from that. Anyways, Diablo Immortal microtransactions are fucking gross. But you know what else might or might not be gross? So Sony confirms God of War, Horizon, and Gran Turismo movie. The article actually updated that it's not a TV show, it's a movie. For Gran Turismo. So, are you guys excited for The Last of Us show? With Pedro Pascal not...
what?
You don't remember this?
There's a show coming out.
Yes, on HBO. With
Did you link this?
Pedro Pascal?
No,
I don't see the link.
shows, the articles for the shows, or for the Last of Us show.
Wow, Haler is not listening.
There's no link for it. You've really truly lied to us for this.
It should be the link for Sony confirms God of War, Horizon, and Gran Turismo.
Okay, cool.
My God, you don't listen to me, do you?
I don't.
It goes to show. Anyways, are you guys excited for the Last of Us HBO show that was confirmed like months back? And I think another interview said that what was it? Pedro Pascal is not looking at the source material. He's going in it blind, so he's going to create his own interpretation of Joel. Which is like I don't know. He's an actor, man. I guess create your own method, possibly. But besides that,
METHOD, man. Sorry, go ahead.
so yeah, the studio's also working on HBO, Last of Us. We also got the Ghost of Tsushima movie that's coming out.
That one I saw.
The Twisted Metal TV series that's happening, and apparently a Jack and Daxter adaptation by the Uncharted movie director. That's happening. Is Tom Holland gonna be Jack and Mark Wahlberg Daxter?
Oh my god.
Is Daxter gonna beat up a Vietnamese guy?
Jesus. See, because like that's gonna be super weird.
It has to be animated at that point.
Yeah, it has to be because Daxter being like one of the main two.
Yeah, but like even Jack and Daxter's world is so cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to go in the same vein as like the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but talking about the God of War, Horizon, and Gran Turismo. So God of War is going to be released on Amazon. Horizon is going to be released on Netflix. And Gran Turismo, I don't think has necessarily a release streaming service, but it's supposed to be a movie by the director of District 9, Neil Blomkamp.
I didn't really like that movie as much.
Well, I don't know how the fuck he's going to do a Gran Turismo movie. Gran Turismo doesn't really have a story.
It doesn't. It's literally
It's
just a racing game.
and it's just, well, even with Gran Turismo 7, it's just a bunch of old dudes talking about how cool cars are.
Yep.
So I don't know how the fuck that's gonna work. Now the God of War series I'm kind of interested in because of the fact of like, where is this gonna take place? Is it gonna take place back in Greece, or is it gonna do it in the Norse stuff? Because
I really hope they don't like try to make up for like a storyline they're not going to do in game, and then make it a show, and then be like, you got to watch the show if you want to play the next series.
Yeah, like they better not make it canon because I'll be thoroughly upset.
guess what? They're gonna make it canon, or
No,
maybe
they're
it
not.
might be about Demos. You never know.
Most these nuts.
You know the lore about Demos, right?
I don't know who the fuck Demos is.
Wow, you guys are fake God of War fans. Demos
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Demos is Kratos' brother.
Who?
Kratos.
Who's that?
Okay, well,
I've never played God of War before.
yeah. It's alright.
No, wait.
mm,
No, I forgot. No, I don't remember. Why did you do that to me? There's a clip of Steve Harvey, and I don't care. You said Demos, and then I said Demos these nuts, and I made me remember. There's a clip of Steve Harvey, and a guy's like, Steve Harvey's like, "What's the answer to this question?" And this guy goes, "Joe," and Steve Harvey goes, "Joe who?" And he goes, "Joe Mama." And
Oh my
Steve
God.
Harvey got, bro.
all right, I'm glad we went on that tangent.
Steve Harvey got, bro. Do you want a video? I'll send it.
No, I don't care.
I'm gonna look for it. Hold on.
So this kind of also leads into the other thing of getting got. Fucking Netflix picking up the Horizon show because it's also a weird thing where they're trying to push out more content while firing more people. So that's also a weird thing. They also
Oh my God. No, sorry. Keep going.
okay, no, because Netflix also this is something that happened during this week. Netflix also greenlighted a live action drama series of One Piece. So that goes for Wesley with the One Piece icon.
Okay, so speaking of One Piece, sorry, you mentioned it. I had to talk about it.
Do I know about
One
Luffy? Yes.
No, shut up. Okay, so obviously it's not gonna be like anytime soon, but One Piece is taking a month break to prepare for its final arc.
Yes, I was actually going to mention that as well.
Yep.
One Piece is coming to an end.
It's still gonna be like 3 years till it's officially over, but
Over 1,000 chapters with this bitch.
Yep, because like every arc consists of 100+ episodes.
So they actually,
so 52 a year kind of.
Yeah, no. I was just the one thing is that like Netflix already put up who the cast is going to be for like the show. So it's taking place like in the first couple chapters of One Piece. This live action series.
So like where you first like meet Zoro and everyone.
Yeah, we meet Zoro, Sanji, even Nami.
Okay, damn, they're going like far in. Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. First couple chapters. And what was it? Oh, I think my thing is hope it does well than Cowboy Bebop. I hope it doesn't die in one season. Netflix spending that money for shit that they can't afford. Yeah, who knows? I obviously don't know. But the Horizon show also is going to be weird as well because that has to take place in like somebody else's story. It can't be Aloy again. Because if they just do Horizon 1, but TV, it's like, the fuck is the point? That's why I feel like the same way about the HBO show for The Last of Us, because it's like, the whole world is fucked with like the fucking virus. You could do literally something else, but no, we're stuck on Joel and Ellie again.
Yep.
It's really dumb. It's really dumb. Yeah. Oh yeah, you watched the Uncharted movie, right, Wesley?
Yeah.
Yeah. So get hyped for Jack and Daxter.
Are they?
What?
Jack and Dexter?
Yeah.
Haler. Why you no
Haler,
listen to
please.
Chonch? Why you no listen to Chonch?
Wait, when did you say this?
I literally said a Jack and Daxter adaptation from the Uncharted movie director is being made as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Sly Cooper. My bad, dude. Because remember last week we talked about, either the last week or the week before, we talked about Sly Cooper and how it got canned.
Yeah, that's right.
And
The
then,
movie got canned.
and then when you said Jack and Dexter, the first thing I think is the fucking Sly Cooper one.
You
I was
thought
like,
the
no,
raccoon-
they're not doing that.
I said Jack and Daxter. You look outside your window. You see a raccoon. And you're like Sly Cooper, and that was it. You just
Start petting a random raccoon.
You're like,
No,
Sly
come here, love
Cooper.
me. No, love me.
Come here, Sly Bandicoot.
Sly Bandicoot. Yes.
So yeah, a bunch of shit Sony's pushing out, but it's weird at the fact of like where the fuck this is gonna take place for most of these things. Because Gran Turismo I still feel like is the weirdest one, but God of War, I feel like they're probably gonna do the North shit because of how popular that is right now. And then Horizon is also fucking weird as well. Because granted, Horizon has like really cool machine designs, but the story is kind of meh. It's kind of meh. So the one interesting aspect of Horizon was the fall of humanity, because if you played Horizon 1, there's a bunch of logs and shit about like people's perspectives of like what's going down with like the machine uprising. So that was a little bit more interesting to Horizon's story, but if they do it like post-apocalypse, like people already resorted back to their tribal shit now Horizon, then I feel like it's just like, then what the fuck is the point of pushing out these shows? So but you know what is also Sonic Frontiers.
Oh,
y'all like Sonic? Y'all like the
No.
this? Oh,
I haven't liked Sonic for years.
yeah,
wow! Can't believe you hate the Sonic. Did you see anything of this gameplay?
I saw the trailer. It looked, or the gameplay trailer, whatever.
You know,
It looks fine. I just don't want to play it because I don't like Sonic anymore. I'm not 5.
You know what it reminded me of? Have you guys ever
Genshin Impact?
No. Did you guys ever see that that gameplay of someone using like I think Unreal 4 for Mario? So you have this like realistic deer running with Mario at the same speed. And then everybody in the comments were like, Nintendo, hire this man. It's just like, that's where that meme comes from, of like people are like, Nintendo, hire this man, or blank company, hire this man. Cause
Oh, this game. I thought you were talking about Sly Cooper. My bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Not this joke. This game looks so bad.
Yeah, Sonic Frontiers does not look great. Because obviously they're going for a more realistic look.
Why is he climbing a fucking tower?
But yeah, it's more of like Breath
Is
of
this
the
Legend of
Wild.
Zelda?
That's what I was thinking as well, is that like it looks very Breath of the Wild.
Dude,
Like
what the fuck?
they took notes from Breath of the Wild and put Sonic in it. It's really weird.
Who built all these fucking hoops and shit
No,
around the fucking
Shut
wild,
up.
bro?
no, shut up.
Where's Shadow?
Oh, he's probably
Where's
in there.
Daddy?
He's probably in there. Shadow.
Wait, what? What was the guy that played Idris Elba that played Knuckles? Where is the true daddy? Iris Elba, I don't know. Say his name. I'm sorry.
Elbows. Iris
Iris
Elba.
Elbow.
Yeah,
No,
Iris-
I'm so sorry.
Iris
It's Idris,
Elba.
right? Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
Idris
Yeah.
Eldis.
Where's
Where are you?
Daddy? Where's Daddy? Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird to look at because you have like this realistic looking setting, and then you just have this blue hedgehog running around.
This is gonna tank so hard.
And this is the thing, is that this
The game that came out before this was way better.
Forces?
Dick Knuckles. Colors or something, right?
Oh, but that's a re-release of an old game.
Oh. Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Whoopsie doopsies.
Because technically the newest one, I believe, was Sonic Forces, where you create a character in the Sonic universe. Yeah, it just looks really weird. It's very Breath of the Wild because Sonic can climb and shit, and you got puzzles in the environment. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna feel bad for Sonic Team. They're not gonna sell well. I mean, there are always like loyal fans to Sonic, so people are going to be buying this, but it's just very weird. I mean, the more I look at it, is like at least they're trying something different, but the problem is like the formula is something that everybody's already accustomed to. Oh man. All right, I'm done looking at this.
Alright, I've been watching this video for this entire thing now.
You keep watching
it's so
it.
sad.
You keep watching it. You can see the death of a team over at Sega.
Dude, man, like
They've
it's
been
weird,
really...
right? Because Sega's been churning this garbage out for years.
Sonic?
Yeah, but what's the direction you go in, right? So to save Sonic, what do you do?
I don't know. I feel like the people were talking about how Sonic Mania kind of saved Sonic, but it went back to like the old 2D Sonic formula. So even then, that's something completely different compared to 3D Sonic. I think the real question is like, how do you save 3D Sonic? Because there hasn't been a good 3D Sonic game.
Hold on. Don't say that again. I'm trying to find it.
Shadow the Hedgehog?
No.
Oh. I thought you were going to say Shadow the Hedgehog is the best Sonic game.
First of all, Sonic Heroes, go fuck yourself. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Adventure, that was a good game.
So I would say Sonic Adventure 2.
Adventure and Adventure 2, they're both, it's the same fucking game. They're both good.
Yeah, but you got to remember, those are the introduction to Sonic in 3D. Well, I mean, you had Sonic 3D, technically, on like
No, Sonic
Sega.
Adventure was 3D, wasn't it? With the little
No, it was,
or
but
something.
It was. No, but what I'm saying is that like there was technically a Sonic 3D game, but it wasn't good. But, you know, I feel like Adventure is obviously the one that did 3D better.
Adventure 2 were good, and Heroes was good. And if you don't like Heroes, you're just bad at life.
Are you willing to go back and replay through Heroes?
Yeah.
All right, go back, replay Heroes, and let us know how Heroes is.
Give me a copy of Heroes.
You can get it in through different means, bro.
Nope, I'm not that person.
Wow. Can't believe you won't cheat the system.
Sega's like, fired.
No, they'll probably hire you on the spot. Be like, he's got to be the next director of the Sonic games. He knows his shit. Everybody at Sega loves Sonic Heroes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you can save 3D Sonic. I think probably go back to fucking whatever the fuck Sonic Adventure. Maybe just make Sonic Adventure 3. I think really, honestly. Cuz I'm trying to think, cuz like after that it was like Shadow the Hedgehog, it was you know, Heroes, there was Colors, there's also like the weird Wii games like Sonic and the Black Knight. Also that. Oh god, they also did a Sonic Boom game. Forgot about that. And then yeah, they did Forces, which Forces is a fucking weird one as well. I don't know.
Did we go through all the content?
All the stuff that we're talking
No.
about?
Not yet.
No.
We have 2 more articles to go through.
And then we're talking about
Street
State of
Fighter?
Play.
And the other one. Okay, yeah, I see the other one.
No, we're talking about State of Play afterwards. But no, just
Were we talking about the other guy first?
which other guy?
The guy?
Morbius?
Goodfellas?
Oh. Well, oh god. Okay, I don't want to bring up the guy yet.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm just asking.
Okay, all right. Well, geez, man, just let me speak. All right.
I'm waiting for you. I was asking questions.
No, because then you're like, "What about the guy?" And I'm like, Sonic." And then
Well, I don't want to say his name because I don't know what's happening. It's too late.
Okay.
I already said Goodfellas, so it doesn't
All
matter
right,
anymore.
Goodfellas. Anyways, well, I guess just another announcement thing. Star Wars Jedi is also announced its sequel. So after Fallen Order, we got Survivor. So there you go. You get to play as Cal Kestis again. Yeah. And I guess just moving from that, yeah, unfortunately, Goodfellas, Ray Liotta passed away. He passed away in the Dominican Republic during a shooting, well, not during the shooting of a movie, but like during his time of shooting a movie there.
Yeah.
And he passed away at 67. And
So, go ahead.
no, it's just I never really watched anything else by Ray Liotta. I've only known him in Goodfellas, and even then, in that movie, he was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's sad. It really is. But I didn't know that he was in the Sopranos prequel movie. I did know that he was in GTA Vice City.
I think Liotta plays the father in
the Sopranos movie.
No, that's Barenthal, isn't it?
I know Barenthal's in it.
Yeah, Liotta might have been like an uncle or something. I can't remember, but I do think I remember seeing him in there. I just want to say, so like my favorite thing about Liotta that I will definitely miss a lot is the dude's face. It does not matter what he's in or what he's doing. His face, just the fucking like seriousness of it makes me laugh so hard. Like just the way he looks, the dude, because like you see him in anything after Goodfellas, and you're like, this dude literally was like breaking people's jaws, and now he's like teaching a kid how to play hacky sack or something, and you just see Liotta's face, and you're like, God damn it!
It's funny because I see him in the movie of Field of Dreams, and I'm like, I just can't get the Goodfellas out of it. Like that was such a big movie for him. So even then,
he's definitely a guy I'll miss to see on screen.
He was in the fucking Dungeon Siege movie. Do you know the game? Do you know the game Dungeon Siege?
Not fucking at all.
Okay, so there's a game called Dungeon Siege, and Uwe Boll is like a very well-known director that does really shitty movies from video games. So he did one for Dungeon Siege, and Ray Liotta plays a sorcerer. So it's this really bizarre movie where Jason Statham's the main character. Burt Reynolds is in there, and he's like the king, but he looks like he's bored. And then you got fucking Ray Liotta as the sorcerer trying to be the bad guy, and it's just like this weird tonal dissonance of like, he's just a dude from New Jersey who just became a sorcerer. So it's just like, what the fuck is happening? But yeah, he was in that. I don't recommend watching that movie.
What was it called?
Dungeon Siege.
Okay, he was a sorcerer, you said?
Yeah, he was a sorcerer.
I'm gonna watch the shit out of that movie.
Alright, do what you want. But yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. I'm also wondering what they're gonna do with the production of that movie as well. I think they probably finished all his scenes, so they're probably going to release it, and it's gonna be his last movie that he appeared in. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. And I also forgot that, he was in GTA Vice City as the main character. So.
Oh, yeah.
I never played Vice.
That was Vice City. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I never played Vice City.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess moving from that.
You hate Ray Liotta, huh? You didn't play Vice City.
I never played any of the other GTA spin-off games, even though people say they're good.
You really hate Liotta. That's crazy.
My first GTA was 4. I like it when Nico Bellic was like, I got to see my cousin Roman. And I'm like, yeah, Nico. Yeah.
Nico. God, fucking bitch.
Nico Bellic. So basically, the next thing that we're going to talk about is not the Street Fighter thing, not yet,
Wait,
because
wait. You might want this first.
oh god, what are you sending
Just
me?
check.
What-
Just check. It's
Is it-
important.
Is it more nudes?
Yeah.
Oh
Cool.
god, Joker 2 officially confirmed?
Yep.
But does that mean the Batman 2 is officially confirmed as well?
I don't think he's gonna be the Joker in Batman.
No, he's not. They already have the Joker and the Batman.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, very sad. Okay, I guess. Did you watch Taxi Driver by any chance? After we had that discussion where I was like, Taxi Driver, well, Joker is basically Taxi Driver. Haler?
Say it again.
Did you watch Taxi Driver?
No,
Okay. Well,
we
you should
talked
probably
about it.
wa-
I forgot.
Yeah, you should probably watch Taxi Driver.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Bitch.
that's right, bitch. You'd be like,
Is
oh, look.
Joaquin Phoenix in it?
No, but it's Robert De Niro.
Robert
like-
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, and then you'd be like, oh my god, it's Robert De Niro doing a Joker. And then you're like, yeah. So yeah, that's been confirmed, I guess. I still haven't seen the Joker.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. De Niro's.
You should watch Joker, man. It might still be on HBO. I don't know.
I'll probably watch it through means. I still gotta watch the Northman. That's another movie I still gotta watch. Which apparently got like bad.
Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Oh, Wesley, I'm
Don't
gonna do it to myself.
I'm gonna do it to myself
You-
all over you.
Do you know who you're talking to, Wesley? I'm gonna do it to myself. All right.
I
Fuck
was
out-
so
fuck
hyped to
outta
watch
here.
it because I was like, awesome, a Vikings movie, dope, blood, gore, all that nonsense. It
Uther.
It
Sorry.
is so bad.
I hear it's very mixed because it's a very art house movie, but I don't care. I'm going to
Aren't
watch
you
it.
the art man?
So
Yeah, I'm
okay,
gonna
really
watch
quick.
it because art.
Imagine
Wesley
someone
is-
throws a no, shut up.
Wesley's not a man of culture, so he can't appreciate the art. Only the Vikings. Continue.
Imagine someone throws a punch at you, but it's like really slow and you see it happening. And then you're just like, move my arm in the way so I don't get hit. That's basically what the movie's like.
So like Batman,
It's not good. I don't like it.
like Batman. All right. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it, bro. You're not deterring me from watching it. You're just making me anticipate more.
Have fun with that.
You're making my anticipation boner harder.
Okay. Okay, that's when I leave. All right, goodbye.
All right. So Haller, I guess we do. All right. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Because we're gonna be talking about the state of play. Did you guys watch the state of play?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about our thoughts about the state of play. So I guess the first thing's up. Did you guys know they're making another Resident Evil game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4, baby. People are either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it. I'm kind of excited for it. Not gonna lie.
They're going to late it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Resident Evil 4 was my first Resident Evil game, so I love that game by default. And to see them go in a kind of more serious direction with 4, I'm interested to see what they do with it, because 4's story is very goofy. It's very cheesy. But I'm interested in how the game's going to look as well, because like using the RE engine, like some of those shots that they showed look fucking nuts with like all the gore and the bones and stuff. But yeah, and then I think at the end of that they talked about they're doing PSVR 2 content, the PSVR 2.
Yeah.
So that's also another thing. Most of the beginning of the state of play was just like PSVR 2 stuff, because then this leads into the whole thing with Resident Evil 8 getting a PSVR update, which is interesting. I liked 7's VR, and I liked Resident Evil 8, but I got all the achievements for that game, and that was that took up so much of my time that I don't know whether or not I could go back to Resident Evil 8 all over again. But even then, I think just getting a headset at this point is another thing that is also into consideration. It was just like, I don't think I really need to get a new VR headset now. But
Yeah.
yeah. Then after that, another zombie game, which is weird because Resident Evil at this point doesn't feel like a zombie game. They did The Walking Dead Sinners and Saint Chapter 2, Retribution, I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's called Retribution. Yeah, Retribution. Did you guys ever play that? It was free on oh wait, you guys don't have headsets, do you?
Nope.
Haler?
I got a headset on.
Okay. No, do you
Why?
have
What's up?
No, do you have the PSVR headset?
No.
No.
Okay. I got a headset on. I'm just imagining you with the PSVR headset. Yeah, this game came out for free, I believe, on PS Plus, the first one. So I have no clue as to how that works. A lot of people like it on PC, but I don't know. Zombie game. And then after that, you got No Man's Sky in VR, which I believe was already a thing for PS4.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was already a thing, but I guess they're doing PSVR 2 where, you know, the controllers are supposed to look more like the Oculus controllers, where they wrap around your hands and then you can they have the thumbsticks as well. So No Man's Sky VR, a thing that's happening. Then you got the Horizon VR game that's happening. It looks okay. It looks very colorful. I don't know. I think I kind of lost my hype for Horizon, to be honest. But it looks interesting, I guess, as a VR game. And then after that, they talked about the updates for Horizon's not Zero Dawn, fucking Forbidden West, which I
it's New Game Plus and like fidelity updates and stuff like that.
Yeah, and difficulty change as well, and respecing your stuff, which is kind of crazy looking at that. Where it's just like, I'm surprised this shit was not there day one.
Yeah, the
But-
respec thing, yes. Everything else, yeah.
Like I can forgive it for not having ultra hard difficulty, but like didn't have New Game Plus, and it's like, huh. I'm trying to remember. I think the first game also had an update where
They're good plus.
Yeah, it had to get updated for NGP.
yeah, it had to get updated for something. And then speaking of New Game Plus, Spider-Man is coming out to PC, the remastered version.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna bitch and moan. Why the fuck isn't the remastered a separate purchase on the PS5? But that's besides the point. It's besides the point.
Sir, can you calm down, please?
No, I will. Sir, this is a Wendy's. No. I don't care. I'm gonna complain. Go to a Wendy's and complain to someone. So yeah, that's coming on PC. That's good for people, I guess, but that'll be also pretty sick to see super high frame rates of Spider-Man, and also seeing a mod for Morbius in Spider-Man PC.
Oh my god.
So that shit is gonna happen. And then one of my most anticipated games, Stray, got a little bit more of gameplay for that. You play as a cute little cat wandering around like a post-apocalypse world, I think, with robots.
Detective, yeah.
Yeah, you're playing as a cat detective. Yeah, sure. I guess. I don't know. It looks cute. I think the pre-orders are already happening on Steam and PS5. Which also they announced in this state of play that the extra and the premium owners. Oh, okay. Haller disappeared for a bit. Basically the higher tier, the two higher tier versions of PS Plus get Stray for free with that
Premium
subscription.
and deluxe, yeah.
Yes, so they get Stray for free, and I think like early download as well. I think that was the other thing.
No, it's just you get it for free at launch.
Okay, so yeah, Stray is part of that, but no, I'm gonna buy Stray. I want that kitty cat. So after Stray, after that cuteness of Stray, we got the creepy shit. We got Callisto Protocol, if you guys remember that. So I don't know if you remember this. Jesus, I'm burping a lot. Striking Distance is a company made by some of the old development team for Dead Space. So this fucking game had a weird thing going on where when it was announced, I think the head of Striking Distance was like, it's partially connected to the PUBG universe, and everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then a new report came out saying that, yeah, it's not connected anymore, so you don't have to worry about that. So whatever the fuck that was going on with. But yeah, we got gameplay for Callisto Protocol, and it's Dead Space as fuck. That's all I can say. It looks cool. I don't know if you saw the cover that they put out now for like the pre-orders. It's not the greatest cover. It's just the dude in like the space suit. It's not like Dead Space, where Dead Space has like the floating hand. Yeah, it's kind of missing out on things, on that cover. It looks very generic, I should say. But the gameplay looks pretty good. I think it's supposed to come out this year, so I guess until the Dead Space remake, this can hold those people really excited for that off for a bit, because it's made by the original devs, so it makes sense. Which is also weird because of the fact that like this thing is coming out and then EA announced that they're doing the remake of Dead Space, so it's just like I don't know, hopefully they don't fuck it up. But it's EA we're talking about.
Callisto Protocol, comes out December 2nd, by the way.
Yeah. Did I say that?
No.
I didn't say that? That it comes out December 2nd? Okay. I said it come out this year?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. Anyways. December 2nd. Then after Callisto Protocol, we got Rollerdrome, which I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This looks fun. This looks super fun.
Really weird.
It's cool. It reminds me a little bit of like Jet Set Radio, but with guns. So
honestly, I thought it was gonna be like Jet Set Radio at first.
I thought so too. The art style like threw me off for a bit because it reminded me of that other indie game, Sable. Sable has like a similar art style. So when I saw the art style, I was like, "Is this a sequel to Sable?" I'm like, "But that game came out like not that long ago." But then they started showing Rollerdrome, and I'm just like, "Holy shit, this looks really fun." I think it's by Devolver. No, never mind. It's Private Division. Yeah, and then after that we got Eternights or Eternights or Eternights, which is a hack and slash dating sim of anime.
Word, it's anime AF.
Anime.
You can play as waifus.
Yeah, no, you play as the dude who can date the waifus, and your waifus are your assists, I think. Well, anyways.
Oh, you can't hear me. I've been sitting here saying, geez, can I leave? Can I leave? Can I leave?
No. No, you cannot. You have to listen to me and Wesley talk about waifus.
Oh.
So yeah.
Mute.
Eternights is a thing that's happening. After that, wow, Eternights got shoved out of the way, because then we got fucking gameplay for Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, baby.
Yeah, no one cares.
Let's fucking go! Street Fighter 6!
Blanca. Other fan favorites.
Blanca's in there.
Yeah, I said Blanca and like other fan favorites.
So let me talk about Street Fighter, baby.
Right.
So we going back to hip hop. You know what it is. We're going back to hip hop. We're going back to parrying. We're going back to that straight ass cool street shit. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Street Fighter 6. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is crazy. So what they showed of the gameplay, they had like an open world mode. Where have you guys ever played Mortal Kombat Deception?
I want to say yes.
Do you remember Mortal Kombat Deception, that it had a conquest mode? Where it was like the single player stuff?
I want possibly.
Well, basically it was like single player, but you're running around like not an open world, but like you're running around like a world area, and it was very goofy. But because of that, it's reminding, like, this whole open world shit that's happening in Street Fighter 6 is really reminding me of that conquest mode. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Time will tell. They did show more gameplay. There's also in-depth mechanics and stuff like that for Street Fighter 6, which of course I checked out. They're implementing a new system for Street Fighter 6, which originally for Street Fighter 5 was called the V bar or the V trigger. And in this one they're introducing the drive bar, which is
Is it a 6?
yeah, cuz drive is 6. Think about it. Drive equals 6. I have no idea why it's called the drive bar, but either way. So pretty much the system implements your ways of parrying, your ways of doing counters and stuff like that. So parrying originally in Street Fighter 3 was you basically tap a button in you tap one of your directional buttons and like let's say you have your opponent and your opponent tries to hit you, you press that direction with the directional button and it acts as a parry, and you get cool ass shit like Evo Moment 37.
Oh, sorry.
You want me to mute you, bro? I'll mute you.
I thought I was muted.
No, fuck you. Anyways, so in Street Fighter 5, because all the parry stuff was taken out in Street Fighter 4, in Street Fighter 5 it came back but solely for Ryu. So Ryu could do parry stuff, but you had to use both the medium punch and the medium punch and the medium kick at the same time in order to do Ryu's parry. So with this in 6, they're doing that exact same button press, but with all characters, so it's all universal. But your parries are tied to the bar. So I think it's like, I want to say like 5 bars, I want to say. And to use a parry, it takes half a bar. And I think over the course of the fight, your bar, gets back up, so you can do more crazy shit like using your counters or your focus attacks and shit like that. It's a very interesting system, which I don't know if people are necessarily excited for this, specifically like Street Fighter heads, but I'm curious, and the more I see of this game, the more it's being played, I'm very open to play it. On top of that, another thing they introduced was the simplified controls. So there's simplified controls now for Street Fighter, which is crazy to think about because, with Street Fighter you think about the fucking 6 buttons. 8 if you really go nutso. But now each button, I think it's for the simplified controls, I think like you have heavy, light, medium, and special on like the face buttons. So you could go at Street Fighter with simplified controls and not be worried about doing a crazy input like, quarter circle or half circle or charge attack, charge move. I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, Street Fighter. But anyways, they over the course of this week, they've been Capcom has been showing out like more stuff about Street Fighter, about the versus screen is also kind of cool, where you have like this intro of like your character and your opponent walking like down like a group of people like down an alleyway, and like hip hop music's playing in the background, and you have like this versus sign up top, and then it transitions to a screen where you have like a headshot of you and your opponent, and like you can change your face emotes. It's very goofy, but it's kind of cool. And Street Fighter 6 looks really interesting. I'm gonna obviously I saw videos from Maximilian Dude talk about it because he's really going in depth to like the system stuff. But even on Capcom's website, they talk about like the whole drive bar and how the system's going to be a bit different from 5. But like I said, I don't know if people are necessarily really excited for it. I'm kind of interested in it. I mean, how the game's looking, it's kind of got me in. I tried playing Street Fighter 5. I got it like fucking day 1, 2, and then like over the course of time of like the game getting changed over and over again with multiple updates, I just kind of like lost count and like stopped playing. And then now they changed Street Fighter 5 completely. Like now you can do crazier combos in Street Fighter 5 compared to like base Street Fighter 5 back when it released. So, here's hoping 6 does well. And yeah, I think another thing that a lot of people are really hoping for 6 is that it takes place after Street Fighter 3. Technically takes place after Street Fighter 5, because how the timeline worked for Street Fighter is the most goofiest shit you can ever think about. I thought Tekken was goofy stuff, but Tekken's fucking linear as shit. So basically Street Fighter 5 took place before Street Fighter 3. And with Street Fighter 6, everybody's hoping that it takes place after 3. So it's basically the end point. Like, you're up to date now with Street Fighter. Because there's a lot of talks about like lore aspects with Ryu, because I believe in Street Fighter 3, Ryu goes to train with this other character by the name of Oro, who Oro is like this very weird looking character, but he's also like a old man, weird badass thing. So people are speculating that the reason why Ryu has like this sash over him is because that's Oro's sash. So Ryu has completed his training with Oro. Another factor is, I guess this kind of like leads into the whole thing about the leaks that came out, is they showed a leak for Ken, and Ken looks like divorced Ken. He looks very divorced. I think I kind of like Ken's new design. But pretty much everybody in the roster list for the leaks makes sense. So you got Ryu, you got Ken, you got Zangief, Dalsim, Honda, Blanca, Guile, Cammy's in there, Chun-Li, of course, DJ, which was a character that I think was DJ was there in Street Fighter 2, excuse me. Rashid, who came from 5, Juri, Ed, Akuma. Everybody was talking stupid about Akuma because dumb weirdos who really like Street Fighter lore are like, Akuma's dead, Akuma can't come back. Everybody's like, shut up, Akuma's back, and the fucking leak came out and Akuma's back.
Akuma's trash. Everything's trash. Street Fighter's trash.
So Akuma's back.
I'm sorry.
No, shut up though. I'm gonna mute you. Luke is here. Luke being pretty much the last DLC character for Street Fighter 5. And I think during the interviews of Street Fighter 5, when they were doing like the last season, they were basically saying that Luke is now the new head of Street Fighter. Like, he is the future of Street Fighter. Where everybody saw Luke's design and was like, he looks bad. And I kind of agree with that. Luke's design in Street Fighter 5 looks fucking atrocious. In 6, he looks much better. They tried to do the exact same thing of like introducing a new character to the series in Street Fighter 3. It was supposed to be Alex, the big wrestler guy with the blonde hair and the bandana. But it didn't necessarily go anywhere. And then even then, Alex had a what was it? Like Alex was a weird one because like he didn't show up in 4, but he showed back up in 5, but as DLC. So even then, his design for 5 was also goofy because it looked like he had French fries on his head because of his bandana. Like, it looked like French fries. But anyways, Luke, you got Marissa, who looks like a Roman centurion fighter. Jamie, which is the drunken boxing dude. He looks fucking dope. You got Mimi, who I believe is supposed to be a character based in France. Lily, not first, because, well, Lily is a character from Mexico. So you haven't had Mexico representation for a good while since El Fuerte, I think, was the character. Yeah, El Fuerte. Yeah, El Fuerte, which was the luchador guy. JP, no idea. Kimberly, interesting enough, they revealed during the end of that little State of Play trailer, during like the multiplayer hub for the battle hub shit, whatever that is, and on the screen you see Kimberly, and everybody was like, who the fuck is that? And it's a new character, and she's here in this leak, so this leak is legit as fuck. And then you have the other character, Aki, which might be the main character bad guy, who knows. So yeah, the roster looks pretty alright. Looks pretty okay. Has some returning characters that were DLC in 5. New characters. I'm very excited to play as Jamie. Cause, drunken boxing. But everybody looks cool. Everybody's design looks sick. Juri looks really good as well. So that's part of the leak. So anyways, Street Fighter 6 looking good. Very excited. Chon's very excited. Very curious if they do anything with the netcode, if they are going to change the netcode. Another interesting fact is that Street Fighter 6 is also coming out on PS4, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, Street Fighter 6. So moving past that, after my little TED talk about Street Fighter 6, we got Tunic, which I didn't even know. Tunic. Wesley, I'm gonna have to mute you, bro. I don't like how you said finally. So we got Tunic. Well, actually, back to Street Fighter 6.
Was on Xbox, now it's on PlayStation. Also, Wesley, yes, finally. So, anyways,
No.
Tunic looks super adorable.
No. Okay, so back to Street Fighter 6. So apparently
Do I
with
have to
Jamie, no, you're gonna sit here and listen to my TED talk about Street Fighter
Do
6.
I have to go?
Okay, no, I'm done with Street Fighter 6. Anyways, I just have to say I'm excited. I'm probably gonna keep looking at like Maximilian Dude's videos on like
No,
Street Fighter.
it's gonna be great. I don't like fighting games, but it's always really fun to watch Maximilian. I say this all the time. It's actually enjoyable to watch you play. You might not think you're good, but you're good. You could be like the low tier god, high tier god, whatever if you want
High
to be.
bracket
So
scrub. High bracket scrub.
you could easily just exit at every match and run.
But you hate fighting games.
I
see.
What was the next one after Tunic?
Tunic after that is do you guys play Tunic at all? No?
No.
Okay.
It's Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, it's very Legend of Zelda. But I've been hearing like the mechanics and stuff about Tunic. It's actually kind of neat, where like you're going around the world and the stuff you collect is the manual of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So yeah, after Tunic, comes a very artsy game called Season.
A letter to the future.
Yeah, Season A Letter to the Future. So it looks interesting. It kind of reminded me of Sable, even though you had Rollerdrome had the art style of Sable, but this looks like Sable. Well, not looks, but like it feels the same way of Sable, where you're going around different areas and like meeting new people. I guess taking pictures as well. And I don't know what the whole core of this game is, but very art housey kind of. And then the last thing we got, gentlemen, the last thing, Final Fantasy 16.
I'm
Finally.
excited. I'll see if it's good or not when it comes out.
Yeah, the gameplay looked pretty good.
Yeah. It does.
I didn't like.
Oh my
13.
god! Oh my god!
I didn't like 15.
Bro, how do you not like 13? Yeah, no, I agree with you.
A lot of people didn't like 13. It also got a lot of play though, so like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible, I don't think it's possible. It's 1000% possible to have a game that people play a ton of and then still don't like it. Destiny 2,
Yeah.
Destiny 1, Diablo Immortal, Diablo 3. So all these things. Sly Cooper. No, wait, Sly Cooper's great. What am I saying?
No, that's a good game.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a good game.
fuck
That's a good.
yourself.
Except for 4. 4 shit. Anyways,
No, 4 was great. You're just
No.
mad about the Penguins, pussy.
what? I'm not even mad
You might
about the
wanna clip
Penguins.
that out. I'm so sorry
You're-
that I got angry.
You're
I got
mad.
angry.
You're mad about the Penguins, pussy. I cannot. That is the quote of this podcast. You're mad about the Penguins, pussy. No, you already know my beefs with 4, but anyways.
Yeah, the penguin chasing inside
No, it wasn't the
the Dominican
Penguins.
Republic.
What? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I think just going back to Final Fantasy, 13 is a weird one. 13-2 was also super weird. 15 was one of those games I was really anticipating for, but became kind of a letdown. And then I played the Royal version of Final Fantasy 15, and even then, it's still somewhat of a letdown because they're really trying to like profit from 15 being like this big thing. Obviously, with the movie and the anime series, and then with the DLCs trying to integrate like new lore stuff, and then that going nowhere because the director left when they were planning on more DLC shit. So it got to a point where like 15 just became a really disappointing game. And then I played.
It's sad because visually it was so good.
That's the thing. And then what's crazy is that team that worked on 15 is doing Forspoken. So you know, they're still doing something, but they're not doing Final Fantasy. Even though Forspoken is kind of Final Fantasy-ish, kind of same.
I don't know. For Spoken, I haven't seen anything really. Like I've seen the videos, but I don't know how it plays because I didn't play it or I didn't see someone else play. Jesus Christ! I
Sorry,
got hiccups now.
you're holding up all that gas when I was talking about Street Fighter 6. Uh, I mean, what it looks like, it's very actiony. It's very I don't know how to describe it because like it's something you do have to watch because it's doing a lot of things that I think are kind of cool with like the traversing and stuff like that. Because you also get like a hoverboard of sorts. You're like shooting like fire and wind and like other shit. So Forspoken looks pretty alright. I don't think the story is gonna be like the strong point because of the fact that it's a real world girl gets pulled into like weird fantasy setting. So it's an isekai. Wesley knows what that meaning is. So it's just like I don't know if the story's gonna be good at all. But with 16, Final Fantasy overall, 16 looks good. I'm very excited to see what they do with the story of 16. Obviously, a lot of people really like Yoshi P. They like the music because the music is done by the composer for Final Fantasy 14. So people are like, he makes really good fucking music. If you haven't heard Final Fantasy 14's music, I would say listen to it because he goes really in for like the orchestral stuff. So he also did a thing for the event in 14 where he did Nier Automata and Final Fantasy 14 and did a combination song of Nier's music and Final Fantasy 14, and it's like one of the craziest things you can hear. It's really, really cool. Soken, I believe, is the composer's name. But yes, Final Fantasy is such a weird series because like obviously you do have the good games and you do have the really mediocre games. And you know, I think with everybody has their favorite Final Fantasy game. I have yet to find my favorite Final Fantasy game because I haven't really played a good amount of them. You know, so far 7's kind of up there, but even then 7 has this whole issue of like spin-off games and bullshit. So 7 I think 7 only is a good game. But yeah, I still haven't played like a good amount of Final Fantasy games. I know people really like Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 9, but I have yet to play those games.
But what about 10 and 10 too, though?
Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Titus.
I love that.
Titus. Meg Ryan. Yeah, I haven't played 10 either. Even though I have that game, I have not played it.
Well, I gotta hop out of here.
Wow, can't believe you hate Final Fantasy.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
truly love you both and hope you have a great day.
Wow, you hate us.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy.
Wow, much hate.
Sly Cooper, get ready for theaters 2094, boys.
No, stop. Sly Bandicoot, get your facts straight.
Sly Bandicoot. Oh my god.
Good night. So, anyways, Wesley, your thoughts on Final Fantasy 16?
It looks cool. Just by visuals alone, it looks nice. It's very flashy with their fuck, sorry.
The yawn.
Yeah.
Wow.
With their like spells and like their casting and whatnot.
Yeah, because like I was looking at the gameplay and stuff, and like you can see that like the face buttons are like what you're pressing to do those moves. Because like they're right there on like the little HUD. And when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, this is very DMC-esque, and obviously it is the one of the guys from Devil May Cry 5 working on it, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks neat. I'm really digging how like kind of dark the story is going. You know, it has a very, very like dark.
Ooh, so dead. Go ahead. No, it's very
Are
dark.
you playing something?
No.
Why are you lying?
I never lie.
You're lying to me.
I no lie.
What are you playing, you son of a bitch?
definitely not playing League right now. But
Oh
you
my
know,
god, you son of a bitch. Why you lie to me? Yeah, I think just overall Final Fantasy 16's looking pretty good, but we're gonna have to wait a whole ass year.
hmm
Which is interesting because I think the reason why we haven't heard anything from it was because I think they had to restart development, to be honest. Because like even then, when they showed, I think the announcement trailer looked rough. It looked
yeah,
like they were using the engine for 14. So with like the cutscenes now and like what some of the gameplay looks like, I think they had to use a new engine.
hmm
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
it's possible.
it is possible. But yeah, in due time, we got other shit coming out. And
Yeah.
then yeah, I guess that's it for news. Haller being dead. He's gone, faded away. Remember, my guy, the 9th is the Summer Games Fest.
Okay.
So we're gonna have like a couple days of announcements and shit, but I think the one that I'm more curious about is the Xbox/Bethesda
Oh shit.
um
hmm
date, which I think is the 13th or the 12th. I think the 12th. Oh, excuse me. Even I'm burping. Um,
Gross.
it happens. But yeah, who knows? Who knows if we're gonna have the good shit showing up? Because I think a lot of Bethesda stuff got delayed, so I don't know what else Microsoft has.
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it though.
Yeah, maybe they might show a little bit of gameplay for the Elder Scrolls 6.
Maybe.
Here's Elder Scrolls. But yeah, so that is it for our podcast. Wesley, dear Wesley,
Yes.
dear Wesley,
What's up?
dear sweet Wesley.
What's up?
One Piece
The One Piece had to be a tragedy.
do be a tragedy. Oh, another thing
That is tragedy.
another thing I completely forgot about. They're resuming Berserk.
Mm.
Do you know what's been going on with that?
No.
So the author of Berserk passed away like a couple months back.
Oh shit.
He passed away, and pretty much everybody was talking about like where does Berserk go from here, because it was left in like kind of mid story.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an announcement I think yesterday where the publisher came out and said that they're going to continue the serialization of Berserk, but they're going off Kentaro Miura's best friend. His name is not coming to mind. Hold on, I'll find his name. Hold on. Koji Mori. So Koji Mori was very good friends with Kentaro Miura, and basically
Mm-hmm.
knows what Kentaro was planning on doing. So they're essentially using him as a source for continuing on the story and like basically getting to that ending that Miura told him about. So obviously Kentaro Miura had assistants and other artists helping him, so they are going to be completing that art as well. But yeah, it's crazy to think about that. They're planning on finishing this arc and then working on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's weird. It's very weird. I don't know, like I feel a little hesitant because obviously Berserk is one of my favorite mangas.
Mm-hmm.
And to continue on, I get it because, Miura did have a plan for it to get finished. But at the same time, without him there, it just feels weird, Like you're
Yeah.
getting only a part of the story. But that only comes into play as to, like how much he told Koji Mori.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Here's hoping, because that's the unfortunate thing is that like he didn't leave like a manuscript or anything. So Koji Mori is just going off what he remembers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's hoping. Keeping my fingers crossed that, Berserk ends well and those guys do Miura right. So we're hoping for. Yeah, with that said, I think this is the end of the Dirty Controller Boys podcast. Wesley, thank you for playing your league and coming to talk with us. Haler, if you're out there in the dust, in the wind, I'll be talking more about Street Fighter 6. Don't you worry.
Word.
Oh fuck, I forgot to show him that I have the fucking Sin War book. I'll send him a picture.
We'll find it eventually.
Yeah, he'll probably be like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me about that Sly Bandicoot?" And I'm like, "You fucking goddamn it, does not listen." But yeah, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back, I guess, maybe next week, maybe a week or two. I don't know. It depends on Wesley and Haler's schedule.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100. All
I
right,
usually work on Sundays, so that's gonna be a thing.
I work on Sundays too, so it's okay. Yeah, usually like Monday or Tuesday is where we try to go for. But I don't know. I don't know how you're doing on Monday or Tuesday. So
It varies.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It varies. All right, bye-bye.
But